All right. Welcome back, Entertainment Daily lovers. We are a little bit late, but yes, it was a busy day for us, so we came in a bit late. So this is going to be a quick one, and I guess from the thumbnail, the title, you already have a clue what we are about to dive right into the conversation. But before we do so, let me quickly get to the channel and check. Let me check our sound to make sure that you can hear me before we proceed. Let me check our sound. All right, welcome back, Entertainment Daily lovers. Before we proceed. Okay. All right, so our sound is good, so we're good to go. Oh, this news broke and I was not even home. Shout out to Oyoyo's World here on YouTube. Yes, that's her channel's name. She brought this information. She was like, breaking news. Okay, breaking news. So I was like, when I get home, I am going to do this. This is already 11 my time, but I really want to do this stream because Kora Obidi's case is one that we have followed for a very long time, right from when her ex-husband Justin came out and started, talking, saying all sorts of. We have followed the story up until when Kora Obidi was now forced to break her silence. You guys, sorry, I'm not really showing my face. Been so busy and I'm looking stressed out. So I'm not showing my face. Just enjoy this aquarium view and enjoy those little fishes that you see swimming. The other colorful ones are hiding. Maybe they will show their face once in a while, but just enjoy that while we have this conversation. That being said, you're welcome. If you love our gist, if you enjoy how we dissect and analyze on Entertainment Daily, then please don't forget to subscribe, turn on notification, and let's do this together. Okay, just give me a second. Let me finish with um, setting up the share, and then we will get right into Kora Obidi's gist. Whew, it is terrible. It's almost like everything we hear this month is majority of them are just bad news, right, left, center, from accidents in the car, accidents on the water, to Kora Obidi's attack. So many, so many things are just going on. Let me know if you can see these fishes very well, or should I move this a bit closer? I don't want to scare them, but I want you people to have a beautiful. You see the lovely fishes swimming in the aquarium. All right, let me pull closer a little bit so you guys can hear me. So yes, like I said, we are going to be talking about the dancing princess from Motherland, as she calls herself, Kora Obidi, and what happened to her in the UK. That's the conversation that we are going to be having today. But just give me a second. I'm just trying to sort out some stuff here, and I'm going to put my phone down, and we are going to get right into this conversation. Let me, for one last time, double check my sound before we start this conversation. Okay, all right. Thank you very much for joining me. I see we're 5 persons here. You're all welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Like I said, it's going to be a quick one. If you have one or two things to say, let me know in the comment section so I can actually drop the link so you can jump in and also give us your take. Have you seen the news? Have you seen what happened to Kora Obidi? Okay, so dropping backstory, Kora Obidi, the dancing princess from Motherland, Nigeria, Motherland, Africa, you know, but Kora Obidi is a Nigerian. And Kora Obidi, if you follow her online, you know how she's doing her thing. Kora Obidi is a Facebooker, if there's something like that. Since people on YouTube are called YouTubers, I'm just thinking people on Facebook will be called Facebookers. And Instagram people are going to be called Instagrammers. Do you get? Yes. Um, so Kora Obidi talked about her visiting the UK, United Kingdom, and she wanted her fans, people that love her music, love her dancing, love her craft, her art, what she's doing, to turn up. Okay, it is normal. Content creators always do these meet and greets and whatnot, like, and they talk about it, they will share about it on that. Just for example, YouTuber Fumi, that also carries gist. She's a gist channel here. She talks about celebrity, she talks about life matters and all of that. Also, Fumi is organizing I'm talking about Fumi the Salu Vold. She's also organizing her own meet and greets in the UK, and tickets are out, everything. So I'm just saying, it is normal thing that content creators do. So it's not as if Kora Obidi is doing something that nobody has ever done. But I will go back before I give you the full story of what is going on with Kora Obidi. When I saw this Kora Obidi's, I'm going to the UK, the first thing that came to my mind is, why UK? Like, okay, I understand you go to a place where you feel like you have a lot of fans, but I feel like there's just something about that UK and Kora Obidi that it wasn't just sitting well with me. But well, I'm not the type of person that whatever I'm thinking, I'm going to come and drop it in your comment section as a comment or something. No. But it just didn't sit well with me when I saw that she was going to be visiting the UK. A lot of people were excited, fans, people that wanted to see Kora Obidi and stuff like that. I was like, okay, well, I hope this goes well. Tell you what, frankly speaking, when Kora Obidi said she was going to the UK, I felt like she would be attacked in her meet and greet. It was just a feeling that I couldn't shake off. But I was not trying to convince myself, telling myself that, well, there's going to be a whole lot of people that really likes her also. So whoever is coming with that type of negativity might not even succeed, because there will be a lot of people there to defend her. But I strongly felt like her beefers, her haters, people that dislike her, will want to also attend that stuff, not because they want to really see her, but because they just want to mess her up or do something to her. And I felt like this was not the time for Kora to go to the UK. But anyways, fast forward, Kora Obidi prepared, arrived in the UK, did the meet and greet. Those of you that go to Facebook a lot, you would have seen those contents, content, some Facebookers, or most of them are also YouTubers and whatnot. But anyway, or Facebookers, since Kora Obidi is always on Facebook. So most of all these people that really likes her content, love watching her, follows her, talks about her all the time, like their channels are almost all about Kora Obidi, Kora Obidi, Kora Obidi, and nothing else, almost nothing else, right? So um when these people start when that thing was happening, everybody was posting videos. So we saw the videos, we saw how the meet and greet went. She was still there doing her thing, and only for us to turn and look at this whole thing today, and we're seeing that Kora Obidi was on a live stream as usual, as Kora Obidi will cook, sleep, dance, eat. Everything Kora Obidi does is on online. Okay, so Kora Obidi was on a live stream where she was saying, just streaming, talking to her fans, doing what she knows how to do best. And then she was about stepping out to go get some stuff. And there was someone, she didn't expect it from her reaction, from the way she reacted to what was happening. She did not expect what happened, but a liquid, was poured on her, which she later said was acid, was poured on Kora's. It was on her face, her back, all of that. The videos are on her Facebook page. So if you want to see the videos, just go to Facebook, type in Kora Obidi. Kora Obidi is big on Facebook, so it's easy for you to find her. So you type in Kora Obidi and you can see these videos there that she posted. I think about 3 or 4 videos at this point she posted already. So anyways, when that was poured on her, I think she dropped her phone. Her phone fell off her hands, and the person or the persons, because Kora Obidi was streaming herself, and not as if she was showing the environment or trying to show stuff. She was streaming, so the camera was on her, so you could not see the person or the persons that did this. But then when that happened, her phone fell, and we could only hear audio. We could no longer see what was happening, and everybody you could see in the live chat asking, "Is she okay? What's going on?" And you could hear Kora Obidi screaming, and that the person or the persons that came really came in to cause some harm. Like they did not just come to say, "Okay, let's just throw this and disfigure her face," for example, and leave it at that. After pouring that liquid substance on Korra, they still went ahead with a knife, and she was injured, and you could hear Korra screaming on that live stream saying, "Please, if I've ever done anything to you, please forgive me. If I've ever wronged you, please forgive me." You could sense the fear. You could sense how I'm just thinking, how mean can people be? This is a mother of two little kids. We're still talking about the boat that capsized in Delta State in River Niger, and the people that were lost, the youths that passed on. Nigeria is still mourning, and somebody somewhere thinks that it is okay to go attack another person. And I'm just thinking, what could Korra have done to this person? If you ask me, I don't think Korra has ever met the person or the persons that did this to her. If you ask me, I don't think she ever even had like maybe a fight online or whatnot, because at the end of the day, even if she had a fight online, these people would have been the ones going to put their mouth in conversation that does not concern them. Because remember, when Korra's divorced, yes, we know that some persons don't like Korra's dress sense, but I feel like if this had to do with Korra's dressing, this is just my own opinion. I feel like if this had to do with Korra's dressing, because a lot of people feel like she's always naked and they are not happy about that and whatnot, I feel like what they would have done would be quite different from what they did right now. If Korra, or if these people were people that came in because they are the modest people that love to dress completely, people that don't like to see somebody half naked or whatnot, so they've been upset seeing the way Korra shows her body up online and stuffs like that, I think they would have targeted her in a different way. But coming to pour someone acid and then attack the person with a knife, that person was, or persons were actually there to unleash Korra, not even caring, not even considering that she has two little children that are under 5, if I'm not mistaken. At what point are we going to start seeing people as fellow humans? At what point? This whole thing is not making any type of sense to me. A lot of people started beefing with Kora Obidi because of her divorce. This is the reason why may God not give us evil partners. May God not give us people that are devil incarnate as partners. When the times were good, when everything was going well, y'all had fun. If it gets to a point, this is what I always say, if it gets to a point where you feel like, look, I cannot do this anymore, quietly get your divorce and move your separate ways. If you have kids, look for a better way to co-parent, and that's it. No need for back and forth, no need for vendetta, no need for all this nonsense. Because there's no way someone is going to tell me that this does not have anything to do with Korra's failed marriage. Because the level of hatred that Korah's failed marriage brought to her, it's unbelievable. And I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, these are two people that you were not with them. You don't know who's wrong, who's right. You don't know what happened. You just come out because one person was the first person to come out with a storyline, and all of a sudden, everybody wants to believe that. Some persons just don't even want to give her because she opens her body. The eye service of it all, the eye service of it all. And a whole lot of these people are people that are believers. They pray to God. But they are the first people to judge somebody else. Oh, this person opens their body, so this. How many people go raise their hand up so they marry as virgin? How many? The Bible tell you, say, make you go swallow all the bullets for this world before you find the person you want marry. It might not be your thing, but it's not your business to start judging or start beefing and start hating. That's the point I'm trying to make. If your thing is to dress modest, cover yourself, wrap yourself with veils and everything, that's fine. If somebody feels like, oh, they want to dress skimpy and whatnot, that's still okay. If another person feels like they want to take it a step further and not even wear anything at all, that is their business. At the end of the day, you that you're online acting like you are holier than thou, that person is not related to you. So that person is not embarrassing you in any way. That person is not your child, not your family member, nothing. But the amount of hatred that is being given to Korra, the amount of judgment, it's unbelievable. And to think that most of the people that sat down and were making all this type of content were women. There is no name she was not called. There's nothing. And from the type of videos, I remember talking to another content creator about this Kora Obidi's case when it was still hot. And I was saying to this person, I said, the way some of these women are speaking on Facebook, I don't even understand why Korra is yet to sue these people. And I said to that content creator, I said, if care is not taken, this would generate into something else. If Korra would mistakenly step, I've said it since last year. I said, if Korra would make a mistake stepping her foot in that country, they're going to mess her up. And that's exactly what happened in 2024. I don't even know why it did not cross Kora Obidi's mind. I don't even know why Nancy, the sister too, it didn't cross her mind, or anybody that is close to Korra should have really advised Korra to stay away from that country. Seriously, stay away. There might be a lot of people that don't like her, that feels like they want to do one or two. But United States, it's quite large, so sometimes you have your problem and you're thinking one thing you want to do, or you're thinking something, but there are, like, you're not thinking, you will not take a flight from here to the other side to go and find this person. And like, people just get bored and there's just so much. So it's still a little bit safe for her over there. But going to the UK was not a good idea. She shouldn't have gone. She shouldn't have gone. The handwriting was on the wall. If you ask me, it was clear. It was glaring because of the level of hatred that some of them, like the other lady on Facebook, what's her name again? I don't remember. That made it her business, like full-time business, to drag, insult, say all manner of, and I'm thinking, is it your marriage that crashed? If you feel like you want to support Kora Obidi's ex-husband, go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so, but you don't need to put one person down in order to support the other person. People might want to say, oh, because we don't have evidence, but the way that man spoke, the way Kora Korra's ex spoke about their relationship, the breakup, and how he was always quick to throw blames, shade, and everything. He is responsible, directly or indirectly responsible for all of this hatred that Kora Obidi is receiving. Because a lot of the people that support him are supporting him blindly and not even trying to say, wait, okay, he has said what he has to say. Korra said what she has to say. Let's do a good digging since you want to make it your business, which 110% it is not. This is the reason why I'm saying, may God forbid, may God forbid that we meet such people with such wicked heart. If you know they work again, you don't do, move. Leave it alone. This new style that whenever something happens, people rush to social media to go put someone on blast. And they will keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. It's not cool. It is not cool. And I don't understand when people will start seeing this whole thing and calling a spade a spade. If, for example, when this whole thing happened, Korra's ex was just quiet. They go to court, they go to wherever they did their marriage to, dissolve the whole thing quietly, and then come out and release an official statement saying that we're no longer together, we are divorced, we are separated, we're whatever, and then leave it at that. Of course, the fans of Korra, the fans of Justin, because he is a chiropractor, right? So of course he has fans, he has people that likes him, that loves him, and supports him. Those set of people who want to ask them questions, if they feel like they want to, either of them, if they feel like they want to shed more light on what happened in their marriage, okay, they can do so. But the way Justin was so fast coming out, Justin wanted to achieve one simple goal, and that's what he did by tarnishing her image, making her look bad, and all of those stuff made him happy. I don't understand how somebody can be married to someone for so many years and then that love and support and everything. Welcome, Oyoyo's I'm at the background. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you for giving us the info about this hot gist. Thank you for bringing it to our knowledge. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to, because I didn't drop link when I started. So sorry, I was trying to copy link and drop. You're welcome, Yoyo, as well. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you for bringing this breaking news about Korra to our attention. Came back, I had so much to also do before finished from where I told you I was, and then came back home. I had to finish, sort out the whole family and everything before I came out to do the live stream. So back to what we're saying. I wonder how the person or the persons that did this thing are feeling right now. And I wonder what would have happened if Kora Obidi was not on live stream. I also wonder what would have happened if, because it seemed like she was actually coming out of where she was staying. So maybe her screams and whatnot attracted people's attention. and he made the people not to finish the job they came for. That's just how I saw it. But at the same time too, let's talk to Korra. I don't understand, man. Is it that everything is just a joke for some people or what? Because I'm thinking someone like Korra at this point should know that moving alone is not a good idea. And if you're doing it in the US, that's okay. Maybe you're so comfortable because you've been there for a very long time. You know how to maneuver, you know how to, do your thing. You can sense what everybody when you're in your territory, you always you know how to get in and out of any situation. But why didn't it occur to Cora that she was traveling and I don't care where she's going, wherever you're going, once you're leaving from your US base, this and even if you're hosting something in US, still pay a bodyguard for that day or for that number of days because I believe Cora has a certain number of following on Facebook and I believe Cora is making something good from her Facebook and her other socials. So if you're organizing a meet and greet, I would think that you would at least organize people and tell them, look, we need security over there. The people that are going to be on ground over there. Get somebody that is going to help with security. All of this wouldn't have happened. Don't leave yourself just open like that. And this goes to everybody. You're a content creator. Once you know that you're growing or you've grown to certain level, you want to start hosting meet and greet, you're going for gigs, you're doing this, you're doing that. Go with security because there are people that will not just like your content, not because you did anything wrong, but some people will not just like your content because they will be feeling like maybe you said something in your video or that they didn't like, or they didn't like your dressing, they didn't like your look, they didn't like something that you said that in their opinion you should have said it in a different way. Just silly stuff that it might not even cross your mind that this is something that someone would take serious. So I really was expecting Cora to have gotten a good somebody that will be protecting her and traveling with her from one place to the other. Imagine what would have happened. God forbid if this thing was not averted. So back to back, we'll be talking about Nigerian celebrities that just went like that. And as for those people that did this thing, I really pray that they will be caught because, yes, the UK is one of the countries that the level of CCTV camera that they have, it's unmatched by so many other countries. Like everywhere you turn, they always have cameras. So I hope that the area where she was staying is actually an area where CCTV cameras will be able to, show us how those people came, where they came from, what they were wearing, how they were dressed, or the knife that I think they left the knife behind. I hope that uh, they will be able to test it for DNA, and I just hope that that knife did not come from uh, Kora Obidi's apartment or that, because I think she was already outside, so I don't think that was coming from her apartment. So that knife would most definitely be tested. I just pray that they were not wearing gloves and they didn't just purchase that knife on their way to this place to commit this havoc. It is, I'm really, really hopeful because this reminded me of the other. She's also a content creator. I just don't remember her name right now. She's also content creator, and she was also baptized with acid. And she told her story. And I think that video is still on YouTube, and it's in the UK. But her own case, and I think they are also Nigerians. Yes, they are. Yes, both of them, the friends that did. But this one, it was her friend that did it. And if not for cameras, maybe they wouldn't have even caught the person that did that to her. I can't remember her name. Very beautiful lady, very beautiful. Even with the acid disfiguring her face and everything, you will still see that she's still very beautiful. I just cannot remember the name of that lady, but at least they were able to check the cameras from when she left her place of work, how she was being followed by this particular lady she didn't even know, straight to the train station, back to where to her area, dropped, was walking home, and then the next thing she was baptized with this. But two and two they could put together, seeing the type of bag the person was carrying, handbag the lady was carrying, and everything. And they got to find out that it was actually one of her friends that was also from the same place as her that did it out of jealousy. So in this Korra's case, I really want these people to be caught. I would really love to see what these people look like. I would want to know the reason for this, because up to the extent that she's even pleading, telling you, please, if I've ever done anything to you, how, I'm just trying to think, how, what kind of world do we live in that people don't have conscience anymore? And then you go online to see this post, people are still laughing. Anywhere you post about this Kora Obidi, on Facebook, you're able to put those different impressions, crying, dissing, laughing, whatnot. And a whole lot of people have laughing emojis. And I'm thinking, what is funny that someone was attacked and almost lost their life? You think it's funny just because you don't like the person for not for what that person did to you, but for what you just see on the internet. That's why I'm saying people be careful, because you don't know how far your word can go, and you don't know the impact your words can make in people's lives. You might just think that you're catching cruise, you're just talking, or you're just angry, so you want to vent. The next thing, you're going straight on social media, putting someone on blast, saying this, saying that. There are some people that are really sick, and their job, they're just out there looking to cause harm, and seeing all this type of stuff, it just makes them to go and carry out these very terrible acts, because they've heard the way you've spoken about the other person, not because they've at least gone to meet the person, try to interact with the person and see that this person is really a terrible person. But they will just run with the word of somebody that just sat down out of anger and spoke. Or they will run with the word of someone that just because they want to make few cents, they will just talk and even say things that are not true. These days, people lie with impunity. People will come out and lie with a full chest because they want to make the dollar. Everybody likes money, but some people have got conscience. A lot of people these days don't. And from putting out all this terrible type of content out there, it makes people to hate people, dislike people, quarrel, fight, disagreement. And sometimes when you now sit back and call this set of people and ask them, wait, why are you even fighting with this person? I don't, like, just tell me what this person did to you. They won't be able to tell you. You'll be hearing things like, did you see what the person did to the other person? You're there. Were you there, or you're just running with what somebody sat down and told you on social media? There is a possibility that there's nothing that person said that is true. Let's take the case of Tasha K and Cardi B, for example. There is nothing Tasha K didn't say. Tasha K is like the content creator that I personally watch. When she started, Tasha K was just going well, giving people gospels when it's necessary, here and there, kind of light, nothing deep. Then it started getting deeper and deeper and personal. And then you will now notice the pattern that once Tasha K noticed that when she talked about Cardi B and when she says certain things about Cardi B, a whole lot of people will come in. She started saying more damaging things, more things that is going to, make Cardi B go crazy. And people were loving it. When you go on Tasha K's live stream on YouTube those days, you won't believe your eyes. The amount of people that are there that should be screaming, winos, winos, winos. The next thing, she started talking about things that she had no proof. But when she was saying these things, she was saying them with her full chest. And a whole lot of people believed it. When Cardi B decided enough is enough, they went to court, only for us to watch that court clip. We saw Tasha K admitting that there was no truth to what she was saying. There was no evidence. She just needed traffic. She just noticed that all of those things she was saying, people liked it, were enjoying it. It was bringing traffic to her channel and whatnot. So she continued. What am I trying to say? People will lie for the clicks. People will lie for that revenue that they will make from social media. People will lie just to make themselves look better. If the ex-husband of Korra did not come out and start with all the bashing and bashing, oh, she cheated, oh, she this, oh, she that, I don't think all those things are necessary, because at some point, I feel like at some point, you had love for that person. At some point, everything was actually going well. So why now that things are going south, you feel like, oh, I have to be very vindictive. I have to do this. I have to do that. Forgetting that what you're doing is going to affect the mother of your children. There's no way that one might try to sugarcoat this. People will try to play this and say, well, let's not say that this is related. No, it is. Whichever way you want to look at it, it is connected. Because, and I will keep giving different examples as we keep talking about this. The Nollywood actress Ireti Doyle, when that lady did her divorce and separated from her ex husband Patrick Doyle, nobody knew, even though she was an actress. She's a public figure. Nobody knew. Her name remained Ireti Doyle. She didn't change it in any movie that you say, oh, her name used to be Ireti Doyle. Now her name is Ireti something else. Not until recently that she spoke about it and people heard about it. That was the first time that everybody was hearing that, look, this lady, and a lot of people were shocked, including myself. I was surprised. I hope those content creators based in the UK that actually carried Korra's case on their head, I hope they are happy now, because this is what they wanted. That the light-skinned lady with giant lips on Facebook. I hope she's happy now. I hope she's sleeping well. But one thing people forget in this life is you would get your punishment. If Korra never did anything to you and you just sat down in your home, number one thing you want to judge is that she doesn't wear clothes. The body where she dey carry no wear clothes, no be your own. That's number one. Number two, you have the option of not watching her content and not following her page, so you don't have to see the nonsense. That's number two. Number three, if someone shares a link like that to you and say, oh, did you see Korra doing this today? Say, please, please, I don't want to see that nonsense. So everybody that knows you knows not to discuss, share, or tell you anything about that. And when you don't watch such content, it will not be suggested to you. They will not suggest it. And you're not following. You won't see it. And if there's any other content creator that you feel like the person is always talking about that and you're supposed to the person's channel or you're following the person, unfollow. It is that simple. But my question is, who made thee a judge? Who? You swallow all the bola where you want swallow as woman before you find who you want marry. You marry. Now another person no wear clothes, you they talk. You were pointing fingers. We all heard what the woman, the case of the woman in the Bible, for those that are Christian, what they say, he that is without sin should cast the first stone. People are always quick in judging other people. Oh, I don't like this one. This one, he carry body throw for outside. Now your body, now your own. He consign you. People say, ah, you people should say the truth for once. So, okay, let's say the truth for once. Let's go back to ancient times. Was there anything like clothes? Didn't people move around completely naked or covering themselves with all these bushes and all these ropes and whatnot? All these leaves, tying them together and trying to make something to just cover a little bit and nothing serious is really covered. Isn't that how people used to dress? We didn't have suit, we didn't have wrapper, we didn't have those things in those days. In ancient times, we didn't have that. We didn't have those. No electricity, no even simple things as machete or knives to use to do your chores or whatnot. Homes, we didn't have cement homes with bricks and whatnot. We had the woods, the thatch, the mud houses. Did they wear clothes then? The answer is no. So what are you talking about? If somebody decided, well, I want to go back and live the way the old people used to live, it concerns you. Is it your business? Let's fast forward. Don't we have African cultures where they open the body? Don't you see it happening till date in for example, South Africa? Type it on YouTube now as I'm talking. If you will not see those South African women dancing and their boobs and everything is outside. Why take it so personal? Just because we now have something they call clothes, everybody between, the world is changing. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to do that. Everybody's not going to do what the world is doing. Everybody's not going to. And that's still okay. Let's not be too quick to judge people. This is what she wanted to do. Okay, it's her life. It is her life. She's not causing harm to you. You don't have to watch her. So if you're not watching her, you won't even have to. And people, another thing people don't understand is the fact that you think that you're doing, for example, Korra now, by not liking her, by hating her, by getting angry at what she does, you are sending yourself to early grave. I hope you know. Because it takes a lot of energy and a lot that is going on inside your body that you cannot see, to hate someone, to hold that grudge, to keep quarreling, to keep fighting, to keep beefing. You are shortening your lifespan. When you die young, then go say na village people. It's not village people. You buy yourself. You buy yourself because, one, you don't know how to mind your business. Matter will not consign you, it not consign you. In fact, even if it's a family member and the person decides this is the life I want to live, it consign them. It is the person's business. Even if it's your family member, you people have same surname. But you all have different lives to live. Everybody will not be the same. And that's still okay. But some people decided they were going to take these things so personal. From the beginning, one can tell that this will happen. For me, I always suspected that this will happen in the UK. And I said it. Since 2023, I said, this lady should not go to the UK for any reason. 2024, we're hearing Korra is going to the UK. I'm thinking, what the heck are you thinking about? The level of hatred that woman and her gang, they can do anything. But nothing is going to go unpunished. Nothing is going to go unpunished. Do what you're doing now and enjoy what you're doing. But when karma will hit, that's why people will start saying, now village people. Even the one where Satan not do, they go take blame. And even Satan said, don't tire for people. Because there are certain people that even when the devil sees them, the devil gets scared because their level of wickedness is worse than his. For somebody's marriage, somebody's relationship, you were not there when they were starting their relationship. You were not there. You didn't know how they met, what they did, what they did not do. You don't live with them. Just because somebody talks calmly, somebody talks soft, somebody looks so beautiful, so pretty, so handsome, so put together, doesn't mean that whatever the person is saying is the truth. There might just be a motive behind what that person is doing. There might just be a motive behind what that person is doing. So give me one good reason right now why this person or this set of persons felt like it was okay to go and attack Kora Obidi. Ron M said the attack is coming from Justin Dean's secret group that he has on Facebook. Ron, if that's the case, then I am just smiling. But well, all of these are speculation for now. But one thing that I know that is fact is that Justin Dean made a whole lot of people to hate Korra because of the way he handled their marriage issues and their divorce and everything. Anybody can say anything they want to say, but the evidences and everything, you can delete anything. That's the thing with this social media. You will post something when you're angry. When you're no longer angry, you want to go and private that video, delete that. There are some people that their job online is not to be content creators or to come and stay in front of camera to speak or do anything. Their own is to collect evidence and keep it. So there are people that immediately you post content and they've already downloaded and kept. There are people that is what they do. So if you're not careful about what is coming out from your mouth, tomorrow those things are going to be used against you. And if anybody is so foolish to go and create a group online that you're going to call a hate group, I look at people and I laugh. We have a guest. You're welcome, Barrister Yo-Yo. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you for having me. I've been listening at the background. And after which I started driving. So I'm on the road now. I'm listening from my car.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. Honestly, that Korra's attack, there's so many things I have to say. First of all, I hope the British police, I hope they're able to find the culprit and bring the person to book. That's the first thing I will say. And
Absolutely.
also, being a residential place like Airbnb, there should be some cameras, security cameras outside the premises, so they should be able to pick up the person very quickly. Um, Again, for Korra, Korra needs to be more security conscious because in as much as
Absolutely.
she's always going live, you don't have to show your location. You don't have to show the people where you're staying, the street
Ah,
address, street name. You don't need to. You can actually do your live thing all the time without showing where you are, because this lady has a lot of people that are hating on her. By now, she should have known that. You understand? You take precaution where you can, and where you cannot, you leave the rest to God. This one,
true.
her revealing her location is number one point I'm bringing out for her if I thought she's gonna
True.
get to see this video. Do not share your location whenever you are anywhere. I don't care whether in America you did or whether in Mexico you did. Do not share your location. You can be in America and be vlogging. Nobody will know whether you're in Washington or whether you're in New York. You don't have to be that specific, because in as much as you have good people watching you, you still have the bad people watching you. Internet is what it is.
Absolutely.
So I pray that this will be a wake up call for her to know that my security is number one. People were asking her that at this point she should start going out with security aids and all of that. I really don't think she needs security aid to be moving around, but I think she needs to stop sharing her location, because security aid, I mean, that would be too much on her little budget, because she is not a big celebrity that can afford all of those expenses. If she's organizing security outfits in the UK to come and watch over her. That means her, will I say, her freedom is kind of caged, and she doesn't seem like somebody who is interested in being caged. So for that reason, avoiding her location at any point in time is number one thing she should learn from this attack.
You are very correct. You're very correct. But for me, I was thinking at least getting a security for this meet and greet trip. Okay, when she's in the US, she can chill and decide not to, that's okay. But I feel like she should know better. Having this set of women that really carried her case on their head, and most of them were based in the UK, in the UK.
I,
At
I
least,
know, I know
yeah.
it could sound like that she should have gotten a security detail to follow her. But see, the meet and greet came and passed. It was a success. They didn't have problems. But why? How come somebody located where Korra was staying? Because she gave an idea. Maybe she came on the street and was dancing, or maybe she mentioned the place, the facility where she lodged. Nobody can just, unless if the person is now vicious to start tracking your internet VPN to know where you're streaming from. But that kind of cheap will I say cheap bad lady. She's cheap. You see the kind of kitchen knife she came. Is not a professional. You understand? So the person will not even have money to start doing all of those to figure out where she is using the VPN. So what I'm saying is that her being more security conscious, especially within that which she can control, is very important. Okay, it's very important. This did not happen from meet and greet. It happened because her location was revealed where she was living, not where they held the event.
You're very correct. Because that's another thing that crossed my mind. Because I was thinking, how did people know where she was for the person to come and attack her outside?
You know, when the attack finished, when the
Yeah.
attack ended, when she got her phone back, sorry, I'm home. So in case if I switch, I'm going to be switching back to my phone now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So the thing is, how did someone know where Cora was? That's a good question. And secondly,
Oh shoot.
could it be an insider? Could it be someone that is pretending to like her, but the person is just coming close so the person can actually be giving information to those people that don't like her? A whole lot is going through my mind right now, and I really cannot figure out exactly how these people got to know where Cora was. And another thing, why is she alone? I don't understand. This type of event or some plan of meet and greet and whatnot, I feel like it should be planned in a way that you're always gonna be around people, you're always gonna be with people, or you're gonna have one or two, three trusted friends that will be with you. Ron
Yeah.
M said that was a live to be part of her new video
Oh my
for her
goodness.
new song she was supposed to release around the 25th.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
And
folks,
yeah,
I'm just back in. Um
okay. Welcome
so
home.
real welcome, honestly. See, I see that thing as being personal. Okay, I see it as being personal. The person that did that couldn't have been one of Korra's, people that love Korra. She couldn't have been. It's people that outrightly hate, and I don't know if you're using that word in your live stream,
Yeah,
outrightly
because we have
dislike
to.
her.
In Quran's
You
case,
know.
we have to use it. We can't dodge it.
Okay. So the thing is this. Did this stop playing? No, you finish. The thing is this. I feel bad for Korra, but at the same time, everything happened for a reason. There is always a learning curve somewhere. Let her
Yeah.
learn from this. No matter where she's streaming for, do not put your location. Okay? Do not share your location. It's very important. In as much as you could be tempted. When the whole thing
Look at what
stopped,
Ron M is saying now. That when you're streaming live, and if you don't turn off your location, if someone hits the picture, that's what I said. That you can hit the picture or video, and it shows the person's location. If you're live, turn off your location.
if your life turn off, that's what I'm saying now. Is what I'm saying. Do not show your location. It's very important. Ron M is very right. Do not show your location. Why I'm saying that Cora must have revealed her location. When she came out, picked up her camera and came outside, I could see the number of the house where Cora is.
Oh,
So it's a matter of you picking that number. And if you have seen her on that street and then punch it in,
Yeah.
You know she's in Manchester, you put Manchester, put the name and the street, it will bring the address to you. All these
Yes.
things are on Google, so it's easy to find out. It's very easy to find out. You know, YouTube will kind of for YouTube, sometimes they will blur those numbers for you not to see. But because she
Yeah.
was streaming live on Facebook and the way it was flashing very quickly, I still saw it. I still saw the number
Wow.
where when she was flashing her camera, she picked up the phone. So that would
Yes.
be a lesson for her to learn. That's what I believe. It's something for her to learn.
I
Okay.
hope that she will move out from that apartment and go
Definitely.
to, yeah, and go to
Definitely.
an undisclosed place that is a bit safer. I would suggest she goes to a place where you need like a code to get into the building. So it simply means someone needs to let someone into the building. In
Yeah,
places
I,
like that.
I want to
Yeah.
believe that she will do that according to what Nancy said, because I saw Nancy on Linda KG. Nancy said the Korra was in Westminster in a very safe location. So when she said safe location, I said okay, to be easy to track this person, because Airbnb you should have, or hotels, they have external securities for cars coming in or human
Yes.
beings passing. So when
Yes.
she says safe, whatever, whatever, I said, okay, it will be easy to track this person. But why the police is doing their job? What are you doing as an individual that has so much people hating on you on social media? What are you doing? What is your own personal precaution that you're taking? And is that personal precaution that I'm trying to stress on? When let
Very
me be
true.
very honest with you. My phone right now, my location is not available. The only time you see me put my location on is when I want to get the weather. I would rather turn
Yeah.
it on every morning when I'm asking Siri to give me the weather for the
Yeah.
day so that I can get my location. And then for that reason is a thing I'm intentionally doing, because there is no point you having location. Then when I got my child a phone, I said, I don't want you to have your location on. But because I need to have a tracker on her phone to know where they are
Where
going, when
yeah.
she's in the school bus or if they're going for event, to know exactly where my daughter, I had to put a location on for her phone. Apart
Yeah.
from that safety thing I want to do, going above and beyond to make sure you know what your children are doing, where they are at any given time. That's why her location is on. Location, there is no advantage you putting your location on anywhere. There is no advantage. Take it off so that people cannot follow you. People cannot trail you and know where to get you and stalk you and things like that. So this will be something that going forward, Korra will learn. If she's streaming, yeah, there is no reason. And if let's assume she's lodging in a particular on a at a particular place in a street, don't come to closest to your hotel environment to make a video. Walk down the street and make a video. And don't say where you are. Don't give names. Don't give address. Don't give street name. Oh, I'm taking a walk down my Airbnb. You're taking a walk down your Airbnb. They will lose the names on the street to find out how many Airbnbs are on that street, and then start matching the pictures they see online to know how to get you. These things are
Very true.
easy. They're easy. So I feel very sorry for what happened to her. But
Yeah.
and when they say America is full of violence, this, that, sometimes it's safer home here than UK.
Mhm.
We don't get to see a lot of these knife attackers in the US. American are own, they will carry their push you down. You know, we don't get to hear accident attack or gun attack like that in America. But whenever something happened to me, there is always something to learn from it, so you can
Very true.
protect yourself and then prevent that from happening again. But on the other part, the part of the attacker, I pray they will be able to grill this person. If there is a sponsor behind the attack, Let's
Yeah,
know who she is fronting for. Let's know who is sending her. If nobody sent her, if it was a personal thing that she has against Korra, the police will definitely find out. And that will help Korra understand the kind of people that are out there looking for what to do to you. So don't give a lot of
absolutely.
audience to people.
Absolutely. You're so correct. You're so right. And these, I just hope that these people will be daft enough to make their plans online, their phone. You will try to delete whatever you want to delete, but when the police is ready, they will retrieve every information that they want to retrieve.
Definitely.
So I
Definitely.
just hope that this person is not thinking that, oh, maybe I will wear a hoodie, I would mask myself, with wigs and makeups and whatnot, to change my look, to, make myself look unrecognizable. They will still find you.
Definitely. They will
They
find
will
the person.
still.
There is no two ways about it. Unless if the place is by the street there, so they should have, even if the hotel or did not fix securities out there, the street securities will be able to pick up the person, and
Exactly.
they will match the data and find the person.
They will. And I just hope that the knife too that was left at the scene will have
DNA.
some DNA that they will be able to test and also put that in their system to
Yeah, the
see if someone.
DNA might be more of Cora because she was the one holding the knife so that this person doesn't stab her. But on the handle part, I hope they will find prints, fingerprints, of the
It is going
person.
to be mixed because if the person was not wearing gloves and the
Yeah,
person came with the knife, you will most
yeah,
definitely put your hand in your pocket or in your bag to bring out the knife,
yeah.
hold it in
I
that
I
position where you
pray
want to
the
put it
person
down on
wasn't wearing.
somebody.
Yeah, I
And except, or because one thing, people will not want to wear gloves and be walking on the road. I don't think it's that cold. I don't know what their weather is right now in the UK, but I don't think it's that cold that you still be wearing gloves and walking on the road. But maybe it is. Then it will not look weird. And if that's the case, then it's possible that the person might be wearing gloves, knowing fully well what the person is about to do. Then, if that's the case, then only Korra's this thing is going to be found.
yeah.
But
We're
if they are
definitely
going,
going to find out
yeah,
and trust Cora because her audience really saved her. The audience were busy, making screaming on the internet, tagging whoever they were able to tag, those that were with her, like,
oh,
calling
really?
Nancy, tagging Nancy immediately. And so I believe she's going to update her audience about it. And I really love the way even when the police told her that she had to stop filming, she said, no, let me talk to my audience. They need to know that I'm okay. I really like that because she cherished those
Of
her
course.
audience. But among those good audience, there are people there looking for a way to make this girl suffer. And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because people want to run with what somebody is saying now online. That's why people
Even
have to
though
be careful what they say.
the
When you
word
say
is
something about someone and it's not the truth, it's better you don't say it because you're going to make somebody to hate someone up to the extent. Because that's how some people behave. You might just think that my own is to drag somebody. You're busy dragging. Another person is saying, I beg. If this person is doing all of these things, person is the nuisance. It's better we flush this person off of this earth. That is
since
hatred.
that is pure. That is what it is purely. I don't know. See, when they were complaining about Cora going now wearing clothes, when you
Yeah.
look at the social media today, almost everybody's going naked. Tiwa Savage,
Absolutely.
Tiwa Savage is in her 40s. She was posted the other day going almost wearing just a pants and in I know see through something to a
Yeah.
party.
Yes.
Almost all of them. So it's no longer, that's why they're not even talking about it. And then Cora is making effort to wear something on top. So that one is no longer news. But because of her audacity is a
Yeah.
problem for many women. Her
Absolutely.
audacity is a problem. They want women to be subdued all the time. Get back into your shell. Don't be proactive. Don't be out there.
Yeah.
That's enough to make somebody another those kind of people mad, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. And if this person eventually, like Nancy said, is either she's from Uganda, Kenya, in fact she's from East Africa,
The
because from
person that did it.
what they describe. So you don't know who the sponsor is or if she
So
acted alone.
are they saying the person because of the accent
It could be because of the color.
from the color? Can you really tell?
Yes, you can. When you see an East African person, you definitely know. If I see a Ghanaian today, I will tell you this person is from Ghana.
But it's mostly from the accent, not from the color. Because if you look at the color, you will notice that you will see similar people. Except you're talking about people from Sudan, those people that
That
are
that's where she said. She said, "Is it that the person is from Kenya, Sudan? In fact, East Africa.
Kenyan people are not that dark.
No, most of them are.
Their level, their shade is, I would say their shade is almost the same with that of a Nigerian or a Ghana person or
No,
a
no, no, no.
Cameroonian.
I
Yes,
disagree. I disagree.
it's the truth.
It's
It's
not.
the truth.
It's not.
And we also have light skin washed out, people that will wash their skin exactly the same way that the West Africans are.
It's not.
So most time, the way you will recognize it from the accent when they speak, that's how you can tell.
They've not caught this person at the time Nancy was making the video, so it wouldn't have been from the accent. It's just the way the information police provided, which will be a physical information, the physical structure of the person. When you see somebody from East Africa, there is a way you distinguish them. So based on that, it could be from what the police provided that she was making the video with. But I really pray they fish out this person. And again, another thing, assuming Korra has a blue passport, I tell you, this matter will be more than what it is right now.
Absolutely.
You understand? But because she doesn't have
Absolutely.
a blue passport, Nigerian government, they don't finish caring from the people where they
What it
in
concern
Nigeria.
you? People even drown, they never talk about it. Now
Oh,
you were there, another man lad, they won't talk about it.
So
Hmm.
that's the other side of it, and that's why people can do anything to get this blue passport, because it becomes a state country versus country, no longer Korra and the person. So it will now be America and British government. But unfortunately, she's not yet a blue passport holder,
Passport
so
holder.
America can't come saying they are citizen. No, it's only their residents, and they can only fight for their citizen. It's left for Nigerian government to say something to the British to be able to follow up and make sure they find the perpetrator of this act. They cannot tolerate that. That means their people are not safe coming to your country. But knowing our government
Yeah.
and Niger, nobody will make that statement. I
Our
began.
government, but I feel like the British government, they might want to do something because Korra is a content creator and they have so many other content creators from the US, Canada, and every other part of the world that might want to come and do things like meet and greet and all of that in the UK. And this is not a good picture at all. That somebody will come into your country and they are not uh, 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 guaranteed that they're going to live a life
it-
just
it's,
because there's
it's
one
not it's
person that
not
is
a
British.
good picture, but when Cora landed at UK, she made a video that she was detained, that somebody reported that she was detained. The first thing that came to my mind was, is she going there for business? Did she get license to do business with the UK government? That was the first thing that came to my mind, because I could remember years ago a group of people invited Awilo to come and perform for our event here in the US. The moment Nigerians and the way they run their mouth at the airport, what are you here for? The question they will ask you at the point of entry. What are you
Yes,
here for? I'm here to perform for a musical performance. My people are doing cultural activity. They say,
yeah,
okay, and what are your, do you have license to perform and earn money from the US government?
exactly.
He said no. They just turned him around and put him in the next flight to Nigeria.
To go back.
You understand? So I believe Korra told them it's just meet and greet. I'm coming to meet my fans and nothing transactional. So she was allowed
Yeah.
to go in. And again, that would be number one sign. Be careful. People in here, they don't like you. They've already reported it to immigration. They don't want you here.
Yeah.
But the girl cannot live in fear. She can't live in
True.
fear. Living in fear means you have been conquered. I love being honest. The moment she started carrying bodyguard around, she's been conquered. Her freedom is gone. And that is not Korra. Korra is like a bird. What do you do to bird? You allow them
Yeah,
to fly.
keep talking. Let me quickly go and grab a charger. My device is almost going off. So keep talking. Let me run upstairs to grab the
Okay.
charger. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
she's like a bird. You allow the bird to fly. You can't put the bird on a cage and expect the bird to perform. No, that's exactly how I see Korra. So the only thing I would advise, which I believe is very significant for her to know, whenever you're going live, do not show your location. When she moved to her new mansion in LA, she was doing everything she was doing, but she was not showing the street where she lived. At some point, I started seeing street dance, street video. I was just praying because I don't watch Korra so much again. I got busier. I was saying in my mind, I hope this is not Korra's residential street or residential area. I just pray she would drive off her city or around her location to another place to be doing all of this because it's safer for her. She has a lot of people, hating on her. When the attack happened online, I happened to watch that video of the attack because I like to get my information correct. So when the attack, before she started, the attack started, some people were already giving her angry faces on emoji. When the attack happened, even those giving the angry emoji, everything ceased because people were surprised. They were shocked. Then they were sending hearts, trying to like, Korra, are you there? Korra, are you there? Let's know what is happening. Jesus, she's screaming knife. She's saying this. I see what is happening to Korra. And they start tagging the people they need to tag. So she has good people loving her. At the same time, she has people hating her. And when you know you have both sides of individuals, the good and the bad, you have to do what you can do within your capability to make sure you safeguard yourself first before the people you intend to entertain. That's what I think Korra should do.
Absolutely. But then I feel like this whole thing is really weird if that already happened and she didn't even take it serious. Who reports someone that is not even doing anything yet? You're already reporting the person at the point where the person is coming into the country.
That's
Wouldn't
to
that have
tell you
been
the level of hatred.
exactly?
And that was a warning sign. This morning, Mel, I nearly called you your midnight yesterday because I couldn't sleep. My midnight, I couldn't sleep. I nearly called you yesterday because I was so troubled about what happened to this guy, Junior Pope. I was really troubled in my spirit that Nigerians and the
Yeah.
country failed again. So it was bothering me. So this morning, I didn't know when I started. I felt like I had blood pressure yesterday, because I
Wow.
couldn't sleep. So this morning, my husband was extremely busy doing his work, so there was no adult at home to talk over things to clear your head. So I started
Wow.
talking to myself and talking out loud. And the things I was talking to myself about was people should sometimes keep quiet to discern in the spirit and know the voice you're hearing. This
Absolutely.
guy that passed, he was saying, I'm the only son, I'm the only whatever, and I want to train my children. I know, that kind of a thing. Something was trying to minister to him, but rather they were not paying attention. You understand?
Absolutely.
They were thinking about content instead of what if. It's always good to have what if. This place I'm going, what if anything should happen?
Yeah.
Then it will pull you back to take precautionary measures.
True.
So bringing it
Very
to Korra's situation, okay, she was coming into the country. Somebody already reported immigration. Kora Obidi is on her way to the US. Do not to UK. Do not let her in. Interrogate her. That is sign that what if this kind of mad person that called immigration on me could pull up a stunt? So
Very true.
in as much as we want to cruise, we want to enjoy life, I want to whatever, enjoy my life, rock my life, and that kind of, at the same time, sometimes it's good to be quiet so you can hear right.
True. Very true. Very true. Like this guy says, me, I'm glad that when I went to sleep yesterday, the last message was when they said he had that tingling in his hand. So that's the last thing I read about, and I went to sleep. So at least I was like, now he will be battling with his life in the hospital. I hope he will make it to this morning. Only for me to wake up this morning and then saw the video that Jerry posted. I was like, okay.
But Mel, before I left you yesterday, I told you
Yeah,
that I'm not positive that he's going to pull through. That if
yeah.
at all he's still alive, he will be a
He's
vegetable.
going yes.
That was what I said yesterday. And I was looking at the time. The time they brought him out from the river to the time they were
Yeah.
carrying him as if there was no car in Ibadan. I mean in Asaba. The time they were carrying him by foot to the hospital,
Yeah,
the brain must have been shutting down, or if not completely shut down.
true.
So those were the things. What if this guy survives and now turns vegetable? It will be a burden to the wife, to the children, to the family. So God is not an author of confusion. God gave Nigerians an ample time to save that guy, but none of them did that. They all failed him. They were busy making content and being number one to be the breaking news. That is the side effect of social media, and the worst side of it, especially to Nigerians.
But the thing is, in this case, not as if we're digressing, but all these things are kind of related. The other guy also that was just saying that I don't like what I'm talking about them. The go where they bring smoke. We don't like that people. They say make we go buy loud. Like I'm looking at that guy. People just be careful of the kind of people that you are surrounded by.
If we were a country, when I mean a country, should know a functional country, that guy should be picked up because his
Yes,
story,
you
his
see,
story was not straight.
it's
Instead
not
of you
adding
to
up.
be talking about what happened from the time you guys were coming back to the time the boat capsized, you were telling us about how they paid you 30,000 in the previous movie. Who cares
Exactly.
to know? So he was trying to cook up stories, and then from his own story, he's implicating himself the more. You were rescued. You did not raise alarm that people are still there in the
Exactly.
ocean.
They
No,
carry me come out
then
for your face.
yeah, what you did
My
was
God.
there's the person that you guys rescued each other. You say, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. The person entered his car and drove home, showing less concern about the rest of the people in that boat with you. And then you people went to
Absolutely.
the police and reported. Then your conscience was disturbing you. You didn't feel right. You came back to the place. The story is not together. And then he lied that he was not
He did.
standing on the boat. That was why I sent you the link.
That see how I'm slim. Then when he now said that I'm slim like this, I said, you stand. You don't
Yeah,
talk
he did
about
not
yourself.
answer the question, but he was saying, how could you not see it? The guy lied. So the
He
thing
did.
is this: if we're a functional country, all of them will be picked up. And then another video came up showing that they gave them life jacket and they dropped the life jacket and enter boat.
Can you imagine?
So, as you they blame anybody, they should also take responsibility. Like Junior Pope, in as much as I'm really, really not comfortable at this time saying I'm from Nigeria because of what those crowd did. Okay, in out of all of them, nobody thought about how to resuscitate this guy. Nobody thought about CPR. Nobody thought about how to press him on the chest, give him mouth to mouth. Nobody.
Yeah.
Somebody that was drowned, you sat the person up. You people surrounded him like a bee trying to make honey. I don't want to go into picking one or two together because my mind was, I could not sleep last night. Each time I tossed on my bed, I was hissing. That kind of thing,
Yeah.
pain, deep emotional pain.
True.
Yesterday was a day I regretted coming from Nigeria because
Me, I
those
refuse to go online
Nigerians,
now. Like after a while, I refused. Even if this morning, I just wanted to see how they would say if he's recovering. Immediately, I saw that he passed. I refused to go online again. I said I don't want to see because that's the only thing I'm going to see. So I went straight to YouTube. Even YouTube, I started seeing videos. So I just went straight to clicking on watching YouTube movies. So
yeah, I
nobody,
don't
I will
blame
not see
you.
anybody's face. So I don't want to see because I'm so furious. Mostly at that skinny guy, I'm so furious because
Honestly,
he
all
said
of them should
something
be
about
interrogated.
he
If
called his
I
spiritual person, and then he took Fanta and he
forget
did
forget about that, those Fanta, they're trying to give a credit to one person somewhere that was why he survived. No, that wasn't why he survived.
no,
Okay,
that's not even the point I'm even trying to make. He's talking about he did that. From what we're hearing, every culture and everything, they have their beliefs and whatnot. Even if you don't believe, doesn't mean that it doesn't work for people. Now, if they are saying that those people, you're not supposed to be ringing bell on a starting market day, you did your rituals and then you started ringing bell. What was the meaning of the bell he was ringing?
that's the thing.
Who send you work where you know sabi? Because
Very
you don't
soon they
cover
will start
yourself, you
interpreting
endanger
the
other
whole
people.
thing, saying that the guy intent, maybe when he was calling his spiritual mother or whatever, the person said, okay, if I'm going to save you, I need a head. Nigeria with
Not only head,
African movie.
you
Very
don't carry
soon,
plenty head, they go.
very soon we go hear that one too. But I am happy. I felt better this
You might be
afternoon.
surprised. This is because he made a statement that when he called at the Adana look, at the Adana look, the lady said after he paid Junior Pope, her pocket don't go down. So how much he don't pay Junior Pope, but she him if he get your 100K. Anything is possible. That guy should be picked up and interrogated properly. He messed up big time. You don't know how to swim. You're standing on a boat for what reason?
Honestly, if everything is cruise, everything is content for Nigeria.
Exactly. So that's why you I know some people will be thinking that we've digressed. We've not. All of this we're trying to make a point. Be
Yeah.
careful of the people that you surround yourself with. Be careful when things are happening around you, pay attention. Because I feel like if Junior Pope had paid attention, he would still be alive today. He would have been here because his mind told him and he kept saying it. Not only me, my mama born. I get 3 children. I go raise them.
Honestly. So
So
to
how?
me, that this morning I was talking to myself. I was like, no, sometimes be quiet. Sometimes try to listen to your inner spirit telling you something. And they said that he nearly did not show up yesterday. That the rest of the crew were tired. They were waiting for him. He didn't come on time, but
Yes.
eventually he came. And 2 weeks
That they were
ago, or three
calling and
weeks
calling
ago,
and calling.
yeah, 3 weeks ago, I was having a conversation with Unique after
Yeah.
watching a particular movie on YouTube by Cheesy Alichi or something. So
Yeah, change reality.
yeah, when I watched that video, it was Freddie Leonard was the main actor there. After watching the video, I say, Haba now, Frederick, you're not supposed to be acting this kind of movie at this time. There is something knowing your limit, knowing that grace has put you in this position, maintain it. It's not every money you want to collect. It's not everything you want to benefit from. Sometimes jump and pass. It's
Absolutely.
obvious that these low budget movies are for what? For YouTube consumers. Strictly. And if they're not providing what is needed, you have option. So all of them there, even the people that pass, they all have portion of blames to take if we start analyzing it. I know
Yeah.
this is a pure case of negligence because this could have been avoided if all those thousands of jobless Nigerians, because it's obvious they don't have job. That's why they were able to gather within a short period of time. If they were busy in their offices working, you wouldn't leave your job like that to go and do video. No, they are jobless Nigerians. So all of them, nobody thought about how to give first aid to somebody they brought out of
Then
water.
Sabi, no be who Sabi first aid, go give first aid.
That's what I'm saying. And again, when I talk about Nigerian failing the person, it comes in. All these our governments, they've from president to president, minister to minister, senator to
Yeah.
all of them combined. They've gone overseas. Some of their children have schooled overseas and came back and took over, right? But
Very
still,
true.
basic things they're not trying to include for the benefit of Nigerian citizens. Like this swimming. Swimming
Yeah.
is a class in the US,
Yes.
is a complete class that you must take. They are not training you to be an Olympic swimmer. They are training you for
Yeah.
survival
You should do.
skills in the water, around the water. That
They
is
even
what.
start from small babies.
No, the thing is here, they won't start from this. From It's left for you as a parent to make sure your child gets to know how
Yeah,
to
get
swim.
it. Yeah.
But whereby, because everything costs money, whereby you're one of those parents that did not see swimming as something your child should do, the state is making it mandatory that the moment your child gets to sixth grade, that's elementary six, that
Yeah.
child must learn swimming for 2 years.
You see?
A whole 2 years, you're doing swimming class. So that
That's
you
it.
can prepare your mind when you find yourself around water, what to do, how to survive.
Absolutely.
And
That's
then
why
when
I
you
mean
get
my
to
people
seventh
in
grade,
our culture they go throw away you as a body, they go fling you for water.
yeah,
If
that's
you
what my
don't swim,
husband
you
said.
will
They will
rest.
just take you to the water. That's it. Then when he gets to seventh
Ah,
grade in secondary school, they will start teaching you about CPR and all
yeah.
of that. So with that, after the lecture in school, you now go and learn to know how so you can save somebody. Nigeria,
True.
we don't scrap their history. Land they don't teach history anymore in school. You want me to
Now,
come and tell
now,
them to
now,
put in
you
their
body people
curriculum?
in the teach first. May they not even teach them again. Sef. No one here. It's of no benefit. It's
Okay.
of no use. So,
So when you think about all of those things, you find out that they don't have the interest of the masses at hand. They don't.
very
There
true.
was a picture Tunde Ednot posted today of young children put on something like a speedboat without
Yeah.
any single one of them wearing life jacket. That is Nigeria for you.
Okay.
And then those people that did not wear life jackets, the Nigerian actors and actresses, maybe they were feeling big girls. If you wear a life jacket, that means you don't know how to swim. But when it comes to the things of life and death, choose life. Leave posing. How will it, who to impress? Leave it behind. Shut your
Abi,
door with
no.
that and then choose life.
But
So
me, I really blame the Asaba this thing. I blame the Delta State government
I blame all of them. All of them,
because
not just
in
only the Delta
in
State,
most of
but
the
they
states,
said that these people, they gave them, there was a video out there where they were all carrying their life jackets. They had life jackets on their hands, but when they now entered the canoe, it was only few persons that were wearing it.
I know that from Port Harcourt, if you're going to Bonny Island or stuff like that, if you don't wear your life jacket on the jetty, you don't climb on the boat, and they have police people there
You
waiting.
see, that's
Everybody in those days, I don't know what it is now. As you go Nembe Waterside for town or any of those, or you're going through NLNG, you must wear your life jacket before you step on that speedboat or you step on the other boat. I remember once we went to Bonny Island, and going to Bonny, anybody that knows going to Bonny, that's one very rough see one very rough trip that people they kabash. People don't believe in God, they kabash that they go because the
imagine.
kind of waves, the kind of things that are happening. So as we were coming back from Bonny, we've left, but we can still see the island. Water begin enter boat. Constant panic. People are panicking, but everybody had their life jacket. That was one. Two,
Good.
the people that could swim, like me, I knew I can swim, but the friend that I was with, she can't swim. And funny enough, she's a rivers person from Opobo, actually, but she can't swim. And I was like, okay. So already she was shaking. And I said to her, this, if you shake, all of us go fall inside water, and I won't be able to help you because I'm skinnier than you and I won't be able to hold you up. So calm down. So for all of us that could swim, trying to calm the other people down, you could see the water they come in from down. For everybody, we were able to keep the people that didn't know how to swim calm. And I had to hug my friend and I said, don't worry, hold me. We buy here together, but no worry. So they now, another boat could see from shore what was happening. And they quickly brought a different boat for us. And that's how, one after the other, we went into other boats and continued on our journey. So the point I'm trying to make is, even if that boat had capsized before the other boat came, even those people that didn't know how to swim would have been able to survive because every single person on the boat had their life jacket on.
Good.
So I don't understand why the Delta State government, knowing fully well that we have River Niger there and people will be traveling on that water, you have to keep the Coast Guard, they have to patrol that area. You have to have the marine people, marine police, and those people that are in charge of anything that has to do with water available at the jetty where they are loading. Every boat that loads and leaves, they count the number of people that are going into the boat. So you know whether it's the houseboat, the speedboat, how many speed. So that's why I was like, how I was looking in that first video he posted. I was trying to look. I was looking at his sides. I was looking at where they were leaving from. He didn't look like a jetty. He looked like a random waterside. So that's number one, negligence on the part of the government. And I feel like this thing kind of affects all of us in as a Niger people, some type of way. That's why Korra is able to go to the UK, saw the first red light also, and still did not take precaution. That's just what I feel, and that's why I was just saying earlier that people feel like we digress from talking about Kora Obidi to talking about this guy's case. Me personally, I said I won't discuss his case, but for the examples that we have to make here, of course, we have to bring in happenings all around. Please, everybody, be extremely careful, and mostly when you know that you are not liked by a lot of people that you don't even know. A lot of these people that don't like Kora Obidi, in the case of Kora Obidi, they can recognize her in the street. She cannot recognize each and every one of them. There are so many of them that she doesn't even know what they look like. So at every given time, she has to be extremely careful. And I just hope that this will really teach a lot of people a lesson. People need to know that the kind of things you say about people can go a long way in affecting those people. Just because you don't want someone anymore doesn't mean that you have to continuously drag the person. Go your separate ways. We've seen celebrities, we've seen public figures that they've actually separated, and the drama was not as messy as Korra and Justin Dean's situation was. I know that Justin, yeah. Go
They
ahead.
should not even say Justin Dean has a hand on this. Justin doesn't. But the thing is, if the only
Directly, he
thing I
might
can
not,
say,
but
yeah,
indirectly, he does. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The only thing I can say about Justin is this: if
Yeah.
Justin knows, not if Justin knows that people are trolling his ex, right?
Yes.
He has a platform, and this thing is not
Absolutely.
something he will start today. He would have started a long time. If you really love me and care for me, please stop trolling my ex. He's still the mother of my children. It's not
Absolutely.
difficult to say, because if they are trolling your ex and then those things are getting to her, in one way or the other it will get to your children. Because if you have an unhappy wife, whether ex or still together, that unhappiness will get down to the children.
It will.
Somebody will definitely bear the brunt. But when anger is clouding your mind, people don't think straight anymore. And that's the unfortunate part.
That's
So
true.
he could have used his platform to preach for for positivity instead of just allowing them to continue to drag the woman. There are so many women out there. He has started dating already. So what's the issue of not calming your people down and tell them to stop?
Yeah.
But again, even if he did, that does not guarantee that they are going to stop, because you cannot control how people behave.
No,
And
you
most
can't.
of these internet warriors, their life is as miserable as HELL. You understand?
Absolutely.
That's how
Absolutely.
that's the only way you can come out and start hating on someone you have never met.
True.
Because if your life is not a misery, or you're not living a very miserable life, you will not easily hate on someone. It's difficult. But when my daughter summed it up very well, that is hot people, those that are hurting, they're the ones that hurt
Yeah.
others.
Yes, it's
So
true.
I just want Korra. I know she's shaking, but she should understand that life will still move on. But what lesson have I learned? Number one, your safety, your location should never be revealed. Whether you want to come on the street and make videos, I do videos in my street, but what you will not see will be my house address or my street name,
Yeah.
because I don't want anybody to know where I am. The moment I put my street name, maybe one that was driving in my city, I will now say, hey, I live in so city. It's easy for you to get to me.
Yeah.
So we should be that conscious and take those precautionary measures. They are very, very needed in this age, because there is so much hatred in the world than good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm just thinking, how do you even think of doing this to a woman that has little children?
Oh, see what you're saying. You're just thinking. Stop thinking. Some people that their heart is as dark as charcoal. They don't think that way. They just want you to stop whatever they feel you are doing wrong. Especially those people that are claiming to be morally whatever. They
You're
are
right.
claiming that you're beating so much, you're showing too much, you're always
Yeah.
naked, you're a child of the devil, and because you're a child of the devil, you're not supposed to leave. So it's
True.
left for God to judge. If only we can see it that way. The moment you start hating on that person, you're also committing sin, because
Absolutely.
Christ says you should love your neighbor as yourself.
True.
And again, when you don't even love yourself, how will you love your neighbor?
That's where the problem starts from.
Exactly.
A lot of people are just miserable and they are just waiting and looking for who to transfer all their anger on. Whenever
Exactly.
something happens, you will just see how people will bounce out from nowhere, talking and dragging and dragging. And even in this Junior Pope case, like some of the videos you will see, you will just be wondering what is going on.
Yeah. That Junior Pope's thing. Thank God I didn't wake up Facebook, because I've not been very active on Facebook, unless the weekend I want to do my live stream.
Yeah,
So I didn't know they had posted the video of the guy, his body, on social media until I got to Instagram. So I saw people condemning somebody. So
but
I
then
searched
with
for
this
that
guy,
person. I searched for the
he's
person's page
inside.
already. They've deleted it. See, we've lost humanity. I must say, we've lost humanity. We don't have empathy anymore. And all of those people shouting yesterday, they were there as sympathizers.
Yeah,
Sympathizer will just say, hey, sorry, and then walk away. But
true.
somebody who really wants to empathize with you will first of all consider your family, the wife that will
Yeah,
open her page. Any angle she open internet, her husband is flashed. It's even a
yeah,
good thing if they were only posting his pictures, maybe the one he was happy dancing, or just regular still pictures of him, but not posting his dead body on social media.
true.
Who does that? Okay, fine. I can give the Gen Zs benefit of a doubt because they're all claiming to know better and to be crazy. But for somebody like Jerry Awilu,
Jerry,
an
yeah.
old man like him, didn't he have senses?
It is, and to think that Jerry is someone that had serious accident too, that the one that
Yeah,
disfigured his
they
face,
said he was involved in a very terrible accident that he stayed in the mortuary for 3 days and later woke up. You think such a person will have
wow.
some kind of empathy?
It, the whole thing is just, I was surprised because on that video he posted, you could see the president of Actors Guild too
Yeah,
was shown in the video.
yeah. That means they all live in Asaba.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe the Actors Guild president goes back and forth.
But he couldn't have gotten to Asabada yesterday if he was in Lagos.
Maybe the last flight.
Yeah, forget the last flight. He wouldn't tell. That means they live in Asaba. And then he shuttles Asaba, Enugu, and Lagos.
Yeah, because when they did that, their health something in Lagos, he was in Lagos too.
Yeah. And then Destiny Etiku said he was there. Regina Daniel and her mother were there, you know. So quite a number
Yeah,
of them. Regina, I think she and her husband were in Asaba this weekend. So maybe they were still there from the video she posted, you know.
possibly.
It's very unfortunate that this happened, but I want to believe that Nigerians will start acting. But Nigerian thing now, it will just noise. Whoa, 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 whoa. After a
Yeah,
week, another story will happen. Everybody will forget. Who is still talking about Mobad now? Nobody. So
exactly.
that is
Nobody even
Nigerian
knows
factor.
if he's buried or not.
Yeah. No, he hasn't been buried. That is Nigerian factor. So if only this, because it takes the citizens, you understand, to come up with an uprising and how they can change things, but whereby everybody's relaxed, nobody gives 2 cents about how to make Nigeria work. That means it will continue to be that way, because this thing that happened, the first thing AGN did was to ban the girl. If you ban the girl, have you put anything in place?
Don't
Yeah.
mind them. If they were even checking all the things, will this have happened? This is not the first time we're seeing them on boats without life
Yeah.
jackets.
So
Nollywood
banning
people.
the actor and the movie production is not the first thing. That was very erratic kind of decision.
Yeah,
So they could have said they are setting up a committee to investigate
investigate.
what is happening, and then they'll be
Absolutely.
updating the public, as time goes on their findings, and
Yeah,
then they are going to send a letter to the lady that she should stay action, no more production of that video, okay, until the investigation is completed. But coming out to come and throw you ban, you haven't solved any problem. What you're going to now do is to call all the producers, call all the facility or equipment managers or whatever, and make sure that if you're going to do a movie, this is the regulation. You call your people and your lawyers, they will draft a binding regulation for your group. Anybody
yeah.
that is acting in Nigeria under your umbrella must comply with this. And whereby you fail to comply, instead of fining them for 500,000, you fine them for 10 million. Because when the
Another thing
money,
I don't understand is why don't they have Film Village also?
they do have some film villages. There is one they built in Lagos, but it's kind of an individual investment. You build where you'll be shooting your film. It's not like a corporate body. Nigeria, we don't work like that. Donald Duke of Cross River State started the film village where he was governor. That was over 16 years now, because it was during Obasanjo's time. Where
Ah,
he did that, is it Tinapa, they call it?
yeah, Napa,
That
yeah.
huge investment in Cross River. Film
Yes,
Village was part of it, because he wanted to do something like what you have in Nollywood, or what Tyra Perry built in Atlanta, where you
yeah,
come and have all sorts. If you want White House, it's in that village. If you want
yes,
it, anything you want, it is there. So that's
yeah.
what Donald Duke, that was his plan, and they started building. They came up with structures. They were almost over with the structures and everything. Then what happened? Did anybody utilize it? No. I want to believe you one of those project Nigerians abandoned.
You can imagine because I was listening to this guy saying that they had a scene that they had to shoot in the forest. The other one they now had to cross over to Hanam, and I'm thinking, couldn't they have done all of this in the film village?
Yeah, the thing is, like I said, a corporate governance in Nigeria is zero. What they have individual film houses. Chika Ike has her own. Then I think it's Oma Studios or something. There is one
Yeah,
they did in
Oma
Lagos.
has it.
Yeah, they did in Lagos like a thatch kind of
Yeah,
building.
in
So you
Lagos.
can give
Yeah,
you village setting, and they have one for a city setting. But like I said, they are individual investment. But when they don't want to spend money, that kind of huge money, to do a big one, because they, I guess they understood how Nigerian system work. If you put that kind of investment, people will not come and rent it to act because they feel they are giving you money. Rather,
that's
they will go
true.
and rent a house and go to one local forest and
Yeah.
add the rest.
Huh. And when people were dragging the producer, I was like, you people don't even know the hell she's going through. You know
Yeah,
what it means to know that people fight because of you.
yeah, the
That's
girl
the
is
worst
finished.
thing.
The girl is finished. As a
They
matter
won't
of
be
fact,
able to. There's no
she's
punishment they will
completely
give her. Yes.
she's completely finished. Now, assuming Junior Pope survived, he could have
Yeah.
given her a little breakthrough. But now that Junior
True.
Pope is gone, this girl is completely finished. She's not going to be heard about again. I'm
True.
also concerned about her because
Yeah. Let
she's
her
very
know do something.
traumatized. Her mental
Yeah.
health right now is in shambles. In as
It
much
is.
as I'm holding her accountable as well, I'm not exonerating her from this action. She should also be liable. She and all that guy running mouth that was standing and said he don't stand. That guy also, and the person
Yes.
that survived and drove to his house, they should call all of them. You survived. What effort did you make to see that your team also survived? Some people can give them a pass. They were traumatized. They didn't know what they were doing. They just wanted to get to safety. I can understand. Did you, when you reported to the police, why did you go home? Where were you? Did you go straight to the hospital? All of those questions will come during interrogation and investigation. But they
Yeah.
should, all of them, including the dead people, all of them should take responsibilities in as much as you can put responsibility on a dead person. But
Yeah.
they were all adults at the point of taking reasonable decision for their lives.
Yeah.
So if they fail to take precaution, nobody should be blamed. And again, if that
Correct.
video that made round that they gave them life jacket and they dropped those life jacket and entered boat, that means they signed and sealed their tie before
Absolutely.
they left.
Yes. That's very true. That's very true. And another thing, I feel like sometimes these celebrity or public figures, they don't really pay attention. uh, Junior Pope should have known, because the driver will be overwhelmed with excitement that Junior Pope was there, because it seemed like he was the biggest star that was on
Yeah.
that boat.
In
You
the
look at
yeah,
all of them.
yeah, he was.
So already that driver is already distracted. That driver just want to look at him, just so that he will go and talk about it. I was carrying Junior Pope today in my boat. I was this. I was. So the guy was completely distracted, completely.
And he survived though.
And I was telling you now that most boat drivers know how to swim, even if it's small. Even if it's small, you have to know how
Yeah,
to
he
swim
survived.
a little bit. So there's no way he will not survive.
He survived. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. This is not what we should be discussing in 2020, in 20th century, or 2020,
Before, Abi.
2024, or whatever we call it. It's not something we should be discussing now. But it is what it is. I was talking with Spice this afternoon.
Yeah,
Spice will say, if you do educative video on how to do this, how to take cover, how to save yourself, or skills you need, nobody will come and watch. Then you do how to open nyash and do twerk it, people will come and
you
watch.
see millions of views.
Uh-huh. That's why Nigerian youths are not learning anything, because the hunger in the land is pushing everybody to depend on Mark Zuckerberg's money. That is
Ah, that's
what the
wow.
whole essence. Yesterday they were all throwing the videos up and down. Even before
Yeah.
the guy was confirmed dead, they have already written RIP for the guy. You tell yourself, this
Yeah.
generation, what is becoming of this generation? And when you look at it, it's not only the Gen Zs that are doing this. The
Oh,
Gen Zs, the
the whole ground.
millennials, all of them doing the
Yeah.
same thing. So the consolation I have for myself, because I was really, really traumatized with the whole story. I
Okay.
saw somebody posting a video of Junior Pope laughing,
Yeah.
smiling, dancing. I told my psyche, I want that to replace the memory I had yesterday. I want to, when I think about him, let me see that
Yeah.
smile on his face. Let that comfort me. And I'm praying that the wife should think about the memories they shared together and find
Yeah.
something to hold on to, you know, in this whole situation. I pray she should not find those ugly pictures of the husband when he was struggling to survive. And again, the boy fought to live. He fought like
Yeah.
an odogu. I will
He
call
did.
him DK. I will call him Dimpa. I will call him Ikenga. He fought, but
For him.
Nigerians failed him 20,000 times fold. Nigerians and Nigerian medical system, health system failed him.
Did.
Somebody that was drowned came on the surface of the land. You people carry him on foot. Nobody gave CPR. We carry him to native doctor. Native doctor told you to go, but they carried him to mortuary to go and deposit when he has never been pronounced dead. From the mortuary to native doctor back to brain takes few seconds to shut down. Please.
And the worst part is from that the other guy's story, I was like, he didn't even stand a chance. If that skinny guy, as in when he finished saying what he was saying, I said, why you know by too? Seriously, that's the first that came to my mind. How can
Honestly,
you
it's
be
enough
in
for
the
one to
same
think
boat
like that.
with someone? Because when he said all of us enter water, I hold the rope. The girl waiting next to me hold the rope. And we were there. They sighted us and brought a boat. Shouldn't you be screaming since you're holding on a rope? Your head is not in the water yet. Immediately they pull you up. You will start screaming.
You didn't even hear
Get
what he
down
said.
guy.
Did you hear
Get
what he
down
said?
guy.
He said they should drive him to the land
Yeah,
immediately.
that he was traumatized. That's why I said, why you not buy too? If you buy, you
Yeah.
for no they traumatized. Because if he had raised that alarm then and they stayed there, at least you've been saved.
Yeah.
At least that would have saved more time for the junior pope and the other people that they would have found.
The other people, yes. Yes.
But before they don't drive you, go drop the land.
And
You
then
don't want
come back.
to house. Come back. You know how many minutes you don't pass? 4 minutes, not
I'm
before, it
telling
takes
you.
4 minutes for person to drown. You don't already drive reach shore. Then before you they look. And another thing that pained me is the fact that when he wanted their Daniel to pay him that 100,000 naira, it was Junior Pope he called to help plead with the lady. But when on
Mhm.
the ground, you say make them carry you more till you get a decent. Ah, Okbokrishi, no Okbokrishi, empty brain.
I'm
It is what
telling
it is.
you. I'm telling you, Mel. I'm telling you. He
He
was
should be
not
ashamed of
traumatized
himself.
enough. As if
He
he
should
has
be
some
ashamed.
some intention in that his action that they should carry him to safety first. You're already
Absolutely.
in the boat. It's for others to dive in and start looking for who else to save. You know,
Ha.
is very sad. It is what it is. That could have been prevented. That could have been avoided. But it is what it is. People are already gone. People's children. Look at those young boys, young girls. You
Yeah,
know,
the crew, the
look at
makeup
nobody's
artist.
talking about them. Nobody knows their name. Nobody. So
They started posting about them. Somebody posted about I think they said the location manager, what no manager, what's the other
the sound engineer.
yeah, the sound guy. They posted about him. They posted about the makeup artist, and some Nollywood people too were asking that
Yeah, they posted about them, but do you know their names? We don't know their names.
They
Nobody
did
is talking about them.
their friends commented on the comment section. Somebody commented for the makeup artist saying that then saying her name that's her friend. Then another person commented for the other guy saying his name too. As for the
Yeah.
other guy, I think I've seen him in the sound guy. Like, I think I've seen him in a movie too. His face
Ho-
looks really familiar.
Honestly, I really feel so bad for the families. I
Absolutely.
but I know Junior Pope is a very strong person. For him to have, stayed alive for that length of time before he finally gave up,
Yeah.
he's a very strong. His spirit is strong. So
Yeah.
if this belief we have in Africa that your spirit will chase those that haunt you, if people's
Yeah.
hand
If there is
are in
something.
whatever it is that happened to him, let his spirit fight. You know,
Sure.
that's just it. But like I said, that would have been a very preventable. It was a preventable situation. It could have
It
been
was.
prevented. And in as much as the distance from that Asaba end of the bridge to Anam is not that close. The proximity is not that, because I'm using my eye to eyeball it.
Yeah.
The proximity is not that close at all. But it's
Well,
unfortunate.
another thing is looking at other videos, it looks like the river or the what the yeah, yeah, it's a river. The river is busy because I see other boats and how I don't understand.
Thank you, Mel. It's good you pointed it out. I saw that boat. Was it when this
Yeah,
thing happened that they all came, or what?
ha,
How come they
now
were not rest? Okay, maybe those people in the other boat did not know how to swim too. Could it be?
of course the other passengers, but I'm talking about the locals. It took
I
them
don't know.
very long time to do anything.
I don't know. I don't know, Mel. The whole thing is
Ha,
so confusing. The whole
mm,
thing is so confusing, honestly. It's so
may God
confusing.
protect. May God protect everyone.
I'm telling you. And people should
Yeah,
start, learning how to observe some quietness and ask for that, that I think this called the soft still voice that
ah,
ministers
ah, ah,
to your soul. You
yeah,
know, try and hear it again. Try and inquire, what is he saying? What is he offering?
yeah,
So that you can be better prepared. When the shooting in America became very, very bad,
yeah,
all of us parents who were really, really, especially when it started happening serious in elementary schools, we were
yeah,
so everybody, we were awake like yesterday, and then what
true,
we started doing, before your kid leave your house, you have to pray for the school, you have to pray for the bus. You're not just
true,
praying for your child, but you're covering your child's school, that your
yeah,
child will go and come back. No push man will come near their school premises. People should start being conscious as you're stepping. Look at what that guy was saying. You were claiming you don't sabi water, you don't know, but you were asking for shayo, or what is it called?
as
They couldn't get one. He was asking for another. So nobody was even trying to be in the spirit when you want to cross this kind of river. You understand?
exactly.
That is the point
According
you
to him,
connect
the
with
junior
God.
people already
God,
ordered two different drinks.
God, onto
And
your
if they
hand,
drink
I
on top of
commit
water,
this
person
journey.
knows that this thing, and they go order drink, go take cross water.
And they were
Normal.
busy buying alcohol, but looking for Igbo or something. So you can see how reckless most of these people are with their lives. Everybody in the boat, we are all having phone, doing selfie. Where are these selfies now? The phones are down the sea. Who is still
Yes.
talking about it? So
Ha.
all those small things you could do. I beg you, let's concentrate to this river. And you can see, let's just get to our destination. When we get down, we'll start jubilating. Uh-uh.
The thing is, I remember even now that you even said that. I remember then when they used to have the soldiers when the sea, they had a lot of sea pirates and all of that. When you're traveling in Niger Delta region, you get to many most areas, you have to lift up your hands, all of you in the boat, and you don't dare to put your hand down, the way everybody will scream at you, and because you putting your hand down could make the soldiers to open fire, thinking that you people are trying to hide something or you're trying. So immediately you're getting to the area where they are, everybody's hand is up above your head
Yeah.
until they will now come, catch up the boat. The boat driver will now slow down, stop. They will now come, search the boat. Then still everybody's hand is up. When they make sure when they're okay, they tell you people to go. You will now go a certain distance before everybody can put their hands down. So I don't even understand why they did not scream at that guy. What are you even doing?
Even if
To
they
stand
did,
up there.
maybe they did, but he's feeling like he's bigger than. You can see that young people. It's only Junior Pope that is a bigger person. There, all of those people are newbies,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Okoli Classic. They are all newbies. You understand? So they wouldn't listen to them, even if they say Oga sit down, and they will not. And they will not even say Oga sit down because of this so-called Lily Pope kind of respect your elders. So
Not your elder.
now, so when you see your
This
elder
is
doing
really
something
sad.
bad, don't say it. You have to keep respecting them.
It's really sad.
It is.
It's really sad. For me, the reason why I don't even want to think that what I did was I went to his page, Junior Pope's page, and I saw I think a video he posted about him hugging one of the Nollywood lady. It was like if people didn't tell me Mama was here. And then I watched the other comedy skit he did that somebody that had tattoo took his phone and then he got angry and he went and drew tattoo on his hands and then tried to chance people to take their phone. That was a very funny comedy skit. So those two I watched, and I didn't want to see anything else. I was like, okay, that's it for me and this guy's case. Let me remember him as that funny person that will always make you laugh, and that will be it. I just wish that most of his colleagues will go to his page, take his skits, movies. People should go clip movies that he has featured in and post those. Let it overshadow this nonsense that Jerry posted. That I wish that's what
Absolutely,
a lot of people will
absolutely.
do.
I saw the picture of him on Kanaya O Kanaya page. It really gladdens my heart. And then one other
Yeah,
bishop, somebody posted his video. So that made me
yeah,
smile this afternoon. And that's the memory of him I want to remember. I don't want to remember, his stuff up nose is not warranted.
exactly.
Our people don't know where to draw boundaries. It's unfortunate. Somebody will say, why am I talking like this? After all, during George Floyd, this was broadcasted. George Floyd's case is somebody they saw oppression going on and they had to scream and show it because it was oppression going on. They did not see somebody that was struggling to live and then they were just there filming him. They saw oppression, how that person, I don't want to use their name before they will put something on your video, was pressing his neck. And that
Yeah,
was the only evidence that made those people go to jail.
Joe,
Okay.
yeah.
But for this other person that went to see him where he was already pronounced dead and carried camera after filming him lying lifeless on the stretcher and posted it on his Facebook, may he go home and sleep well. I don't buy those crocodile apologies they put on social media. May he go home and sleep well if his conscience will let him do that. And for all of these people putting out these pictures, because they are not the ones wearing the shoes of Junior Pope's wife, it's easier for you to throw out somebody's body without covering the face or doing some kind of censoring so that people coming across the video will know that you at least have some respect for humanity. You understand? May they also go home and sleep well. We are all content creators, but at the same time, we should be contented with what life is offering you. Don't because you want to make it by all means necessary. Forget that other people you're carrying their news also have feelings. This woman,
Very
if she goes to Instagram, her husband is there, and it's not good
true.
memories. TikTok,
Very
Any angle of social media you go, his face is plastered all over the place. And all of those people carrying cameras, filming him instead of thinking about how to help his life. You know, the information I got that they didn't want, nobody agreed to use their car to take him to the hospital. That was why they carried him by foot.
what? It was a bad omen, or he's gonna make the car wet. Or what?
No, in case if he died then, the police, you know, Nigerian with police, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they were avoiding. Maybe. I don't know if they have other reasons. But the thing is this, all of them there screaming, shouting, they were not there as empathizers. They were there as, hey, they want to make content. I want to be the first person to share this. I want to get the traffic. I got reading. This is what is trending now. I want to be part of it. People should be careful because you
Absolutely.
know one thing about life. As I'm pointing my one finger on you, the rest of the fingers are pointing back at me. Life
That's true.
can change for anybody. And may we not find ourselves in such situation that we will be at the other side, the receiving side of the same kind of punishment.
Very true. And Brooks, you're talking about evidence on attack on Korra. If everything leads to, well, as of this time, I don't think the police have released any official statement saying that there is evidence. So it's better to wait than to speculate. We can only say that the amount of hate that he actually put out there when he was talking about their divorce and everything will make people to want to not also like her, and that can contribute to some person going to this extent. But we cannot categorically say, because we don't have evidence as at this time, that he is responsible. Even if you're suggesting that he takes whatever you're saying, we don't have that information, so that's not something we can actually put out there, because if he wants to do that, he would have been able to do it in his own country, right? Why
Yeah.
didn't he do it in the US? Why did he wait for her to go to a different person's land? So we cannot say that. I would advise that everybody keep calm. Thank God that Korra is alive. They did not succeed. So that's what we should be giving glory to God for. And another thing is we should hope that the British government is going to take this seriously, because if you know, you know, it's not everything we say online. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm thinking. But if that is not the case, if they would look past that and decide to investigate just because this happened in their country and it is not a good look for them in terms of security wise. Okay. All the while she was in the States, this didn't happen. And she came here for just few days or few weeks and this is happening. So let's hope that they are going to do a proper investigation. And if anybody is suspecting anybody, they should go and report to the police. So those people will be properly investigated. By the time they start getting what is it called? A warrant to collect people's phones, computers, and do all those search that they do, forensic, computer forensic, and all of that. All the deleted text messages, hidden ones, and everything will be brought out, and they'll be able to build a case against whomever is responsible for this, or the group of persons that are responsible for this. But so far, we cannot say that we know how this is going.
Yeah. Sincerely speaking, this is not the. Can you hear me, host?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Sincerely speaking, this is not the time to start saying that it's this person that did it if you don't have any facts to back up that claim. So let
Absolutely.
the police and the authority do their due diligence if they will, because it costs money to do investigation. And if they feel this person is actually not there, I don't want to
Yeah.
spill everything out here, but I really hope
Okay.
they will do due diligence in trying to investigate this matter and make it public so that Korak will know and then work on that going forward. I'm not saying it's Justin, and people should stop saying it's him. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have no evidence to prove otherwise. People could just hate someone out of nothing. I'm going to give an example. In America, car race is dominated by Oyibo people. Okay,
Okay.
in
Okay.
America, there is this black dude. He's not even fully black. You understand? He's a mixed
Hmm.
race child.
Person.
So he
Yeah.
was doing exceptionally well. And when he came for championship, which he was supposed to win, kind of, they
Yeah.
went to where his car, the car he's supposed to use for the race, was parked, and they hung hoods.
Wow.
That is what they used in the 50s or 30s
Yeah.
to, in those days of slavery and all of that, to lynch black people.
Yeah.
So they hung it there, and it was a big threat. They did not touch him. They did not touch his car. You understand? The guy
Yeah.
is loved. He has his own fans. He's loved. But maybe one particular lunatic felt that why
Yeah.
should this guy be
Mhm.
playing? And that person are carried out. They investigated that matter. I didn't know how it ended, but if you go online, you can Google it and find more details. So anybody can be a hater.
Yeah.
Anybody. And especially those that feel they are morally right, that Korra
True.
is immoral. Those ones are even worse. If they are feeling they are moral, them and God are on the same page, while the rest of the world are going to hell. Those are the people that can carry out those things. God could be any God, not just only Christian God. You understand? Those are the people that can carry out those things. Remember in Nigeria, how was it Deborah that was the girl's name? The girl that they said they did something with holy whatever, and they tie the girl. Somebody can just
Yeah.
wake
I
up.
think so.
I think the name was Deborah. Somebody can
Yeah.
just wake up and act alone. Okay, act alone. So it's not Justin, unless if you have proof to say that is Justin, and that proof will be authentic proof, evidence that you have to showcase to the police, knowing that yes, this is the reason why I said I got an email that Justin sent, it was leaked, and all of those. Then you can categorically say it's Justin. But whereby you have no evidence, no facts, please stop throwing those accusing fingers at this point. It's too early. They are still doing investigation. Let's allow them to do the investigation. The only thing we can be telling Korra, do not share your location. Do not share the streets of where you are. Because from your streets and number and the city, anybody can find you. It's very easy. And she was live. So the person was also watching her on the phone while waiting. Okay, she's about to come down now. I'm walking down the stairs. I watched that video. So the person knew when she was going to get to the door.
Yeah.
So those are the things she can prevent on her own part, how to secure herself. Those are the things she can do.
Debbie, I disagree with you that you said he never said that he hated her. The crap is coming out from the blogger's mouth. I would not blame any blogger for that because he was the first person that ran out to bring his private business
To the
online.
internet, correct.
There are lots of people. We have 1,001 celebrities that have actually separated, gotten a divorce, and people didn't even hear about it until many years later. So if he was a reasonable person, of which he's not, then I stand by that word. Justin is not a reasonable person. Didn't act like one, has never acted like one. Came out talking and talking and talking. Even when Kora was saying that they are settling the family is settling the issues, he kept talking and talking and talking and talking. I've never seen a man talk like that before.
Talk so loosely. So loosely.
I don't understand. It's mostly women that does that, but he started it. He started this. So if people are saying that this is what he has done, or people are painting him in this manner, don't blame the blogs because the blogs wouldn't have gotten any story if if you didn't put it, say your personal opinion. It's not about a personal opinion, it's fact. And I think you are one of those. So maybe you too, you're one of the members that went to the UK to do what they did to Korra from the way you sound. because you sound like this is okay. And one good thing I love in this world is that karma will catch up with people. That is fact. So it doesn't even matter if you were not standing there, if you will not stand by the truth. Someday evil will consume you also. And this goes to anybody that doesn't see anything wrong in what that man did. You have kids with that same woman. You don't want her
Honestly,
move on. Keep quiet and move on. We don't want to hear anything.
even if
Come
even
back and
if he wanted to come public, it would have been this is just for whatever. Me and my wife are no longer together. We separated. We asked for your privacy. Period. Not coming to tell us that Hakbekus was like this, that she was a bad person, she cheated on you, she did it. Who really cares? Do you know what other people are going
yeah,
through
what
in
are
their
you
own
going to do with
relationship?
those information?
It doesn't help anybody. You're still talking about the mother of your children. So the thing is this, in as much as we are not here to talk about this guy, because we are here to talk about Korra. The thing is
Absolutely.
this, people should stop blaming another. Like I said, uh, at this point, you cannot say it's Justin unless if you have evidence to
True.
prove. And for you to have that evidence, you should be arrested. Because how would you get his personal information? That means all of you are in the same circle. So if you don't have any evidence, please let the police do their job. And for you to say he never said he hates, oh my goodness, there is no, you don't need to prove so much. If somebody is against you, that person will bring you to the social media so that the world can tear
Absolutely.
you into pieces. And that
Absolutely.
was exactly what he did from the very get-go. If we can recall, all of us here, Korra never made a statement until she got clearance from the court. It was her book that started speaking when she released her book. I was one
Yeah.
of those that bought that book and I read the book. So when Justin finished reading the book, he now came and started countering whatever. Korra never called name. So the thing is, if you have a problem, a personal problem, don't come online and feed it to the vultures, because there will be good ones that will be speaking for you. There are bad ones that will be acting what your intentions were or what your intentions were not. There are bad people that will coin that to suit their own purpose and use it to hurt the parties involved. Here we are talking about children. We are talking about the mother of your of your girls. If not for anything, some protection, please. No matter it's not working, we are not moving on, but we need privacy so that we can protect our girls. That is it.
Debbie, you're very funny because you said, I'm glad you said America. We're not talking about America here. This live stream that I'm streaming, I'm not streaming from America. The incident of Cora did not happen in America. It happened in Europe. So personally, I don't care what happens in America. It's not my business. America can be America in there. It's none of my business. But the fact is what I am here to discuss. And I don't care if America says proven guilty or not proven guilty. We've seen people that are guilty in America and they were not convicted, okay? So miss me with that now. Let me hear you. Uh, um, Back to what we were discussing. There is no need for you to come in here trying to defend Justin. You should have gone to Justin's page to advise him when he started running his mouth that a time will come that if an insect bites Cora, everybody will look at him. And if it was Cora that came out first and started bashing Justin, we will still be here talking about it. He will
Exactly.
still say it. So it's not as if it's because, oh, it's the man. So women are taking women's side. Or it doesn't matter. We are looking at who brought it first to social media. What do you think you can gain? They're going to help you fix the marriage. They're going to help you win the court case against the partner. What are you looking to achieve by bringing your partner online? When the going was going good, they were making money together. At that time, her nakedness and her cheating and all of that just didn't. When there was no money anymore, when it felt like, okay, I don't use this one finish, make her they go. How can I miss me with a nonsense talk? I beg, which kind? I beg, get out of here, make her see us. Which kind of talk you
You know,
you keep
sometimes
it, you're not going to
truth
stay
is
with it.
bitter. Truth is bitter, and people don't want to hear it. They want the one that
Exactly.
suits them. And what we are saying here is, like you said, when he brought out the information, anything that happens to Korra, people will first of all point fingers at him before any other thing, because he brought the hate online. He brought it out to the public. Like I said, you might say it and some people will clap for you for saying, there are other people that will now go on their own and start carrying out things thinking that's what
That
you want
yes,
them to do.
that will make you
You
happy.
understand? That will make you happy. What you want them to do, but you don't want to do it. So there are people that will now carry out in their own imagination, thinking about how to eliminate, how to destroy, how to deal with this person. So the thing is, let the police do their investigation. I hope they will. And by the time they finish their investigation, we'll be able to know if that lady acted alone or if she was
Mm.
sponsored. All of those we've made known. Trusting Korra, Korra is going to follow it through, and she will definitely update her audience.
You will. But I just hope that the British government will do. We will keep watching. But one thing I want people to know, people that are good in supporting evil or covering evil, because most times when people are fans of someone, they will never tell that person the
The
truth.
truth. Exactly.
And that is terrible. That is terrible. Trust me, something bad happens to that person, you too, you're going to answer for it. You are going to answer for it because you saw the person heading to hell, you never try to do anything about it. So when the person gets there, well, you too, they will ask you, didn't you see? Didn't you know? Why didn't you say? And you're like, oh, well, I thought your excuse that time will not count. So people should
Exactly.
be very careful what they support because karma will hit. And when it will hit, then you will say, people from your village, is that old woman that was looking at you the day you were walking past? Or is that old man that gave you something to fruit? Or one nonsense story that is not connected to what happened to you. That's what people will be saying. Well, we've been
Exactly.
talking. This is 1 a.m. my time. I was really really disappointed when I heard this story. I never thought someone would go this far, and to think that it seemed like the person that did this thing is actually a woman,
Yeah.
not a man that attacked her. It's a woman that did this. It go even worse if we find out that a really African person do this thing.
No, she is.
Worse, as in
Whether she's a British African or whatever, she's African. That's where the only race that has black people in there.
no, as in I mean, like like we were not the all these ones where we what people don't spoil their brain. You understand? Like
See, I'm even looking at it from the morality point of view. That this person might be, I don't want to say the things that is in my mind because I don't want to sound biased. Okay. So it might just be
what they fit
somebody
an
hating.
undotcha into them.
Eh?
You fit an undotcha into them.
No, no being Dutch, but you know now the other group of
Ah
eh,
ah ah. Okay.
so
Mm.
this one they say is when the moment they say Africa, so okay, maybe it's these people. But let me
Mm.
just leave it at that. Let them do the investigation.
Yeah.
My concern is that Korra should take precautionary measures when she's filming because she's not gonna stop filming when she's going live. Your location shouldn't be, and if you travel to a place, even if you're filming on the road, make sure the signboards are not showing in your video. It's very important that the street names are not showing in your video. It's very, very important. Very important. So that nobody can trace you. Nobody can trace you unless if they have enough money to research on VPN. That's when they can start tracing you.
Yeah.
You know. So
American queen. No wonder your name is American queen. Like American queen.
America, we stop blaming her ex. It has nothing to do. Well,
It sounds
nobody
like
is
person
blaming
drink
the ex,
kai.
please. You need to go and watch this video so you can understand what we are talking about. You can't just jump in and point
Exactly. And then they
fingers.
jump into conclusions. She jumped in and jumped into conclusions. I know that we see a bit like he said. Abina, she did.
Honestly,
Abina, Abina,
American
her.
Queen, Mama 22. Nobody is saying Justin did it, but Justin has UK fans too that they've been tormenting Korra. How about that?
Yeah, like she doesn't know.
If we want to really drag ourselves in the streets of social media, how about
Yeah.
those his UK fans that even were receiving gifts for the children during their birthday? Have you
And
thought
talking
about
with
that?
him
If they
straight
are
up that
acting
they
in
will have
proxy, are
food.
they acting in proxy on behalf of Justin? So stop this nonsense. If that's what you came here to do, go watch this video to see what we are talking about. Nobody is blaming
I'm not
anybody here,
taking it. The
but we
people
are
that come
saying
here
the
to
fact.
defend just
Telling me
if Justin did not come online to open his mouth, who would have known that they had issues?
they could have
And
just
if you're a
separated or
human being and you
divorced.
don't see anything wrong with that,
Yeah,
then you'll be bunker.
separated. They are not the only people. Since Kora and Justin filed for divorce, if I tell you now that over 500 divorces are taking place since that
Absolutely.
time, and how many
And we
of them
need
are you
to.
hearing? Even the Nigerian people, Nigerian celebrities that divorced, what's his name? Nobody knew when Jude Okoye and his wife divorced
Yeah.
until the case was presented in court. It was from the court document that came online. So
True.
people should stop. Don't come online and wash your dirty linens and expect people to dry it for you without stain. It will still come with stains.
People are saying she brought this on herself. She brought this on herself because she's not covering herself. At the same time, all of you that are saying you brought this on yourself, brought this on yourself. If they go ask on her husband, none of them are married as virgin. When I don't swallow all the size of bola where they are available for this planet. And then you now keep you want to judge somebody else because the person doesn't wear clothes. When you're pointing one finger at her, the rest are pointing at you because if they won't count your body count, you belong like River Mississippi.
You can't be serious.
It's so annoying. That's what I said this. Nobody is perfect. You're doing your own behind closed doors. People that will go and hang their leg, hang upside down like bats. They will not come out and say, because they don't break, you don't wear clothes. Ah, I beg, I beg. Talking not make me vex. You just came here to
No
talk
vex, so
about the
no
attack,
vex.
and
This
we're
is
not
the first
taking
time
sides.
I'm laughing today. This is the first time
Exactly.
I've been so down with Junior Pope, but I'm glad at least I laughed. So when I get off, I will just go
Exactly.
take an
That
evening
show
shower.
is
Yeah,
really,
that
really
that
touching.
Junior Pope case, I still to touch like finally on it. I want to
Yeah.
believe they should be able to conduct a thorough investigation and bring everybody, to book. A case in hand is the Alice Baldwin's case in America, where
Mm.
the custodian for the gun
Yeah.
was judged and he was sentenced.
Oh, okay.
He got some prison time. The case was finally decided this year. It took
Oh,
them
wow.
that long. Yes. So
So Alex didn't get any penalty.
no, it wasn't his fault because it's not for him to check. That they have somebody
There's
whose
someone that
job
can.
is to
Yeah.
make sure that the guns are safe. Okay.
Mm.
So for this particular thing that happened in Nigeria, they should be able to interrogate them properly from the producer, what she made available, to
Yeah.
the prop guys, to the location manager, the things they made available, the welfare they provided for those people, and all the logistics. And if at all they now found that, they find out that they were actually giving the life jacket and they dropped it, you can see the whole thing would just take a nosedive because the
Yeah.
responsibility will now go to them, that they actually declined the safety that was provided. So
Provided.
it will not be the whole responsibility on this producer, the location or facility manager or whatever. So they should
Mm.
carry it out. Whoever that is found guilty should be charged, okay, and then penalized. Let them use some of these things as a learning moment and to avoid it from happening again. This one is
Yeah.
5 deaths too many already, and those
Absolutely.
families are grieving. This is not the time for people to showcase the videos of the dead people on social media. This is the time to mourn with them if you can. If you really care about this family, set up a candle night and call your group, your team. You can say prayers for them and stop putting out their videos or their the last moment of life on social media, it doesn't show any kind of humanity or respect for them. It doesn't. Let us stop that. And my rounding off for Korra is Korra should make sure
Mhm.
she takes precautionary measures when doing her live stream. If she's videoing the street, no name should be seen, no number, street name, street number. People should not know where you're filming from. That's my advice.
Absolutely.
And host,
Absolutely.
let me go. I don't tire. I've been sitting down for
That's right. We've been
2 hours.
talking for 2 hours. It's already 1:33 my time, almost 2 a.m. because
All
I
right. You
started
have
late.
a good night, okay?
Thank you so very much. So that's Barrister Oyoyo giving us our 2 cents concerning the Kora Obidi's case, and we also gave example with the late Nollywood actor. And for those people that feels like what happened to Kora is not a big deal, then I'm also guessing that you people also feel like the passing of those Nollywood people and all the people that they lost yesterday in Nigeria is also not a big deal, because if God forbid something had happened to Korra, it would just make the situation worse for Nigeria, because Nigeria is already in mourning of multiple children that they've lost. At 2 a.m. Tomorrow school runs. Make I feel wake up. Do school runs. We will continue the conversation tomorrow. We will see what Kora Obidi will post. But in my opinion, I would say that Kora should leave the UK and go back to the States. At least that's where she knows her way better and whatnot. She can watch her back better because that's where she based. So you're more comfortable in your home. In your home, that's where she, lives. So I think it's better for her to leave. But I don't know if probably because of the investigation. Yeah, they laugh. No, be smart. And I wish I was able to come out around that 8 or something. So I would have been able to just sit here and analyze the way. But yeah, it's already the next day. So we'll see what Cora will post about what is going on. And I wish they will follow up and get the people that are involved arrested. Uh, Right? Yes, her vacations are always very short, but I don't know. Maybe she planned a week or something like that. So I don't know how many days she's been in the UK. Me, I've not even been on Facebook for a while. If you didn't call my attention to this post, I would have almost missed it also, because I've not been on Facebook looking at trending news and all of that. Sick on that, even if she's okay. So if they need her, she would have to come back. I just hope they find the people that are responsible for this, because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody deserves this. I don't think these people who had personal beef with her. It's just uh, their perception and how they look at her, and they decided they were going to do this. And truly, Oyoyo, what you said, I wasn't even thinking towards that direction. Exactly. I hope it's not those people, because it's even going to make me even very angry also, because at the end of the day, some people go they pretend like say their own better, but their own not good. So let's just wait and see what we're going to find out, what the police is going to find out about the person that did this particular, carried out this hit. And we wish Kora Obidi well. Uh, Whoever is plotting against her, if her hands are clean, may those arrows return back to you. If Kora's hands are clean and she's never done anything to you, may the land that she came from fight for her. For every hate and every suffering, may the ancient land of Nigeria, that its name is not really Nigeria, and you know what I mean, may the different kingdom from the east, west, south, north fight for her. May this earth that we step our foot on work against every evil plan. May the air we breathe work against those people working against her. May the sky, the sun, the sea, the forest, the trees, may every single thing work against them. May they not find peace if her hands are clean. Because that's somebody's mother. Her two children needs her. Her family needs her. You don't like her, you don't have to watch her. You don't have to see her online. But her children needs her. May thunder strike people that could carry out something like this. May thunder strike when the weather is not bad. May the earth be slippery for such people. That being said, if these people are found and arrested and taken to court and found guilty and sent to jail, I hope it will be hell for you people in there. May then they collect on Anyash steady for jail. Who want chook on something, make you chook on something for jail. So you go enjoy them the same way that you pulled out a knife on someone. That being said, I'll see y'all in the morning. It's already 2 a.m. my time, so I gotta go. Stay up school runs. It's Friday already. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. As we get more updates, we will still talk about it. This is Entertainment Daily with OK. And I am your host, Octavia Kora. And I will see y'all as more updates coming. On this channel, we talk about celebrity gist, content creators gist, trending news, politics today, any interesting and not so interesting stuff we discuss. So if you love our analysis, please don't forget to subscribe. My co-host is Barrister Oyoyo. She was here. She gave us her 2 cents. She's always here. So if you check our other live stream, you will see multiple live stream with Oyoyo giving her 2 cents. Oyoyo is her channel name on YouTube here. So go check her out. Also, she is a lawyer, so she comes from different angle when discussing cases like this or other cases. So check her channel, catch up with celebrity gist and trending news, politics today, and more. God bless each and every one of you for coming in here and listening. Even those of you that we disagreed, okay? Those of you that came in giving us buzzwords without even listening to what we were saying or the point we were trying to drive home. God bless each and every one of you. I always say this, if you've ever stopped by my channel, may God bless you immensely. For those of us that are going to sleep, it's already nighttime, everywhere is quiet. May God send his angel to be at the four corners of your home. For those of us in the US and other parts where it's still day, you're still going about doing your daily chores, may God guide you. May God guide your kids in school, your partners at work. May your going out and coming in be protected. Thank you so very much, Barrister Yoyo. Thank you so much. I'm super grateful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all so very much. Remain blessed. Have a good night rest. Be happy. Do not stress yourself. Do not beef people. Do not judge. You are not God. Who made thee a judge? That's what the Bible says. Who made thee a judge? He that is without sin should be the one to cast the first stone. Do not read your Bible or your Quran or your whatever religion you're practicing. Do not study it or read it upside down. Your holy book, do not turn it upside down and read it from the other side. Read and understand. Love, forgiveness, Nobody is perfect. Do not carry grudges. Because if you're busy beefing and hating someone, you're shortening your lifespan. You're not doing anybody else. You're killing your own self from inside. So be good. Remain blessed till I see you all in the morning. I don't know what we're going to be discussing, but there's always a breaking news somewhere. And Korra's update is going to also be dropping on the channel. So thank you also very much and have a nice day. I wish I could stay here, 28 more people in here, and we just talk and drop the links and talk, but I'll see you guys earlier if I can tomorrow so we can discuss more based on the informations that we are going to receive. So that being said, thank you also very much and make I go sleep. Time to go and enjoy some relaxation. All right. Thank you also very much. God bless you. Blessings and bye.